Welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Live!
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I am your host, Rockin Robbie Billups, for tonight's episode of Rockin Robbie Live. We are back station. Pop, pop, boom. How is everybody doing? So excited to see everybody here in the chat already. Sorry that we were a little bit late tonight. I was having some technical difficulties. And yes, you cannot blame this on John Spilio tonight. Spiliotopoulos had nothing to do with this tonight. So anyway, what is up, everybody? Happy to be here. It's been a few weeks since we've done a proper Rockin Robbie Live. This is one of my favorite shows to do because I get to respond directly to you. We get to have a conversation, me and you, the PCP Army. That's right, this is the place to be on Sunday nights, Rockin Robbie Live, here on Pop Culture Philosophers, the show where we talk about comics, movies, pop culture, and a whole lot more. We got a great show planned for you tonight, including Marvel in the 90s, the DC sneak peek, a little bit of show and tell, lots of conversation, and even the reveal of the 2024 lineup for March Madness. So hope everybody's ready for a great show. What do you want to talk about? Because even though we got a grand plan, grandiose, some may even call it, this show is driven, fueled, if you will, by your questions, your thoughts, your comments, and your concerns. I will say this, you should follow Pop Culture Philosophers on Facebook and on Instagram, in particular on Instagram. But if you are on Facebook, join the PCP Army. That's the official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group. That's where we are the most active in the PCP Army on Facebook and on Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter at the Rockin Robbie. You can check out podcasts and more over at popculturephilosophers.com. Links to merch and all that jazz in the description down below. You can help support the channel like these fine PCP patrons listed right there over at patreon.com/PCP, which will include early access to the weekly comic book review and the weekly pop culture wrap-up in a downloadable audio file available on Patreon hours before it drops on YouTube. Anyway, all the support we need, though, is a like, a share, participating in the conversation, and of course, super chats are always welcome and open, and we do appreciate that. What's coming up here at PCP, though, this week? Tomorrow night, PCP Movie Night returns with Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. That's right, Guy Ritchie's first film, the film that introduced the world to Vinnie Jones and in particular, Jason Statham. We got a great panel lined up for that tomorrow. Me, Brooks, Jelani, Verno, Fable, and Steph. It's going to be a great show. Then we got a show on Thursday night, 9 p.m. Central Time. This is a show that's over 20 years in the making. I have been a huge fan of Joe Casey since the late 90s, and he is going to be appearing here on the channel for a conversation. That's Thursday night, and that's at 9 p.m. Central Time. PCP mystery boxes are now available. This week we got 10 available. If you're interested, email us at popculturephilosophers@gmail.com. They are $35. That includes shipping. They will be filled with a curated selection of comics by myself, a little bit of original artwork, a little sketch by myself, and of course, trading cards, maybe some toys, and other surprises. So if you're interested in a PCP mystery box, this is your chance to get one. We already got Manny and Chris, for instance. I want you to know that yours are on the way tomorrow. So thank you all so much. Also recently announced is a Mortex. A Mortex is the book that I am working on with my buddy, Kevin Stokes. We did an IG Live on Thursday. We talked a little bit about it, so go check out that video if you want more information. But you will have more information here on this channel. But we will be doing a Patreon page for a Mortex to help basically pay Kevin for doing some of this artwork because he's not taking other jobs. But this is it. This is our character. This is the book, A Mortex, and it's coming soon. We now pause for station identification. All right, everybody, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We got a great show, but we always start with looking at the chat. But before we do that, let's officially kick off this show with your very own First Five. All right, we've been going through my VHS collection, at least what's in order here on this shelf next to me. There is a massive VHS out in Studio B right now that I got to figure out some kind of shelving system to get this together. Anyway, continuing on with some VHS classics, we're going to start with Starship Troopers on VHS. Still sealed, everybody. Look at that. Look at that. And some poor sucker paid $14.99 for this at Best Buy. Never even opened it. Never even opened it. But there's Starship Troopers. Here is a true glorious shining moment in my VHS collection. Streets of Fire on VHS, y'all. And it even has the old school sticker for action. I got a few of those. My Apocalypse Now has one of those stickers that says war, but anybody who knows VHS stores, video stores in the 80s and the early 90s, you'll recognize that sticker. All right, then we got Superman 4 and the Quest for Peace. This is the only Superman movie I have on VHS, but it's a good place to start the collection, so that's awesome. Here we go with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze. Great VHS right there. I do not have the first one, but I do have the second one. In fact, I have 2 copies of it. One of them, though, is Mike's. All right, and then rounding up the first 5, we got Top Gun, apparently signed by M. Carr. I don't think he was involved in the movie, so I think that this was their movie. So anyway, M. Carr, thank you for eventually the donation. I don't know exactly where I got this one from. Dude, they even signed the inside. Look at that. He did not want anybody coming into possession of this Top Gun VHS except for themselves. I'll tell you what, though. It's in my possession right now as displayed here on your First Five. All right, let's take a look at the chat, see what's popping. What do you want to chat about? What do you want to talk about? Get your conversations in right now. Get your questions, your thoughts, your comments, your concerns. First up today was Anissa. What is up, Station? Road collecting with the station, everyone. Kevin Metzer is in the house. He says, late, pizza's free. Nah. Pizza dude's got 3 minutes. We got CMA Thunder in the house. The thunder rolls and the lightning strikes. Another love grows cold on this cloudless night. The cloudless night? If it's storming, it ain't a cloudless night. Robbie, you fucked that up. All right, we got Manny in the house. Nerdtastic news. What is up, my man? Good to see you here. Big Herm Station, my dude. How you doing? Dismay Comics is in the house. Yo, how you doing? Long time no see. We got Dwayne's of Pain. Hello, I'd like to report a missing person. Well, don't worry, I'm right here. I'm right here, everybody. I'm right here. All right, we got the artist formerly known as Jesse. Say what? How you doing, Station, my buddy? Cantonese Comic Kid, what is up, dude? Nice to see you here. That's a Vampirella fan right there. I'll tell you that 100%. 100% biggest Vampirella fan I know. You're more of a Vampirella fan than John Cole. I guarantee that. We got my dude Spilio in the house. What is up, Station? All of us freaking beautiful people in here tonight. Absolutely, I agree. What the fuck is wrong with me? Oh, we're going to have a good show tonight. What's up, Jay? How you doing? Producer extraordinaire. You can catch Jay producing me and Rex and John and other folks from Dynamite Entertainment over at the EXP every Monday night at 5 p.m. Central Time, including tomorrow. It's going to be a great show, as it always is. Blood Splatter Chatter. What is up, Vernos? Station. Good to see you in the chat, brother. Let's see. Eddie Runner is in the house. What is up? Pop, pop, boom, everybody. Scared the shit out of me. Holy crap. Are you talking about Davey? Yeah, I know, man. That kid scares the crap out of me all the time, too. All the time. Cantonese Kid says, oh, what's up, Eric? First of all, we got Eric in the house. Easy. How you... We call him Easy Dick. How you doing, my man? All right, Cantonese Comic Kids in the house says, we and you and John Castle Spiliotopoulos need to go to the Frazetta Museum next year after MegaCon. Okay. I would love to do that. I would... Seeing Frazetta originals? Get the fuck out of here. Come on, I didn't even know that was down there. It makes sense, but I didn't know it was down there. Hell yeah, we got to do that. Evil Face Bad, what is up? 62 Lefty Blues, what is up, my dude? Good to see you, man. Comics by the Bay, popping in before bed. Hey, Robbie, well, hey. Comics by the Bay. Big Herm says, still the best show on the YouTube. I hope you're talking about me, Herm. If not, I'll just pretend you are. This is it, everybody. I've heard rumors that for the CBC 2024 Awards, Best Live Stream is going to be a category. I sincerely hope it is, because if so, that's the one we're fucking coming for, everybody. Rockin Robbie Live. Come on, get it ready already. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, everybody hit that like button, please. Hit that thumbs up. Where are we at? We, according to me, we have... It doesn't show me likes anymore? Oh, there it is. Only 26 likes, y'all. We can do way better than that. Hit that thumbs up right now. Come on, y'all. It lets YouTube know that this is a happening place to be on a Sunday night, and it lets it maybe let other people... Nobody knows this YouTube algorithm. I got homies that, like, chase it. They don't even know what the fuck is going on. What's up, Steve? How you doing? Dude, oh, Two Gun Pedro is in the house. Pew, pew. How are you doing, man? Super excited to see you. Anissa says, Robbie, I'm getting my student grant soon. If your boxes are still for sale, I'll happily buy one. Definitely want to grow my collection. If not, you got a donation for me. Well, the PCP mystery boxes are available. If you are interested, email us, popculturephilosophers@gmail.com. Spoke too soon, exactly. Bueller says, is Robbie getting paid to drink tonight? It was not on the itinerary. However, I do have a bottle of tequila. So if anybody wants to pay me to drink, it's $20 a shot. Let's do it. So to answer your question, Bueller, I guess it's up to you. How you doing, bro? Good to see you, Bueller. I love you. I was talking with a good buddy. You call him Big John. I call him Spillio. He calls him Big Easy Dick. What the fuck am I on this Easy Dick kick for? Easy Dick kick. Let me tell you, it's sick. Everybody knowing and we getting it quick. Fuck. I don't know if I should get paid to drink tonight. My chat dropped down. Do 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 do. You know what I got stuck in my head? You know what I've listened to like 8 fucking times today? The Transformers the movie theme song by Lion. Fucking love that version of that song. It's fucking amazing. God. I set it as my new alarm. So in the morning when I wake up, my device will play Blinding Lights by The Weeknd. That's a really good song to wake up to, right? But I have since changed it, and now it's the Transformers movie theme song by Lion. So we'll experiment with that tomorrow morning. I don't know all the words. Transformers, more than meets the eye. Transformers. Anyway. All right, let's take a look at the chat. Wow, some cool VHS movies. Hell yeah, Steve. Thank you so much. Dynamite is in the house. What is up? Cantonese Comic Kid says, Robbie, did you meet Rachel Holland at MegaCon? I did not. Never made a chance to go over there. Every time I was over there, actually, she wasn't there. So no, I didn't. Once again, another year, I didn't get to meet Rachel. So there you go. But you met her enough for me, bruh. So Jeff, you got it. You met her enough for me. I'll tell you that. William says, poster behind you of Amazing Spider-Man reminds me of the comic I got signed by Eric Larson. Well, if I met Eric Larson, that's definitely one of the ones I would love to get signed. I love that cover. Love that I have that poster. Very excited to have it on display here in the PCP studio. Hey, Hammer Time Host Shoe Station. How you doing? Whole Shoe, just so you know, they announced Dick Warlock for Scarefest. Might be something you're into. Just saying. William says, did you tell Mike Grell to come to New York Comic Con? No, I didn't actually see or speak to Mike Grell at MegaCon this year. So no. Sorry. One of the many disappointments that I've given out this week. All right, then we got Chill Out Man. What is up? Station. Dynamite says, was going through my basement and found one of my old Transformers, Double Dealer. Now I have to figure out how to transform them. Thank God we got YouTube today, because back in the day, when you were a kid, when we were kids, like, if you didn't know, if you lost your instructions, you forgot how to transform that motherfucker, you're shit out of luck. So there you go. Making a new show just for me, Bueller? You know, I'd rather see, Bueller. I'd rather see me and you have our own show on the EXP. How about that? That's what I'd rather see. Everybody barrage Nick Barucci with a bunch of fucking spam being like, yo, why does Bueller and Robbie not have their own show on the EXP? The real question is, the real answer to that is because we haven't formulated an idea. All right, moving on. And it's mostly my fault. So actually, don't do that. Eddie says, hope to someday go to a con. Sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, it is a lot of fun. Papa Ken, Comics, and more. Robbie, do you remember when the Toxic Avenger 1 through 3 played on USA back in the 90s? I watched as a kid, and it was perfectly edited for TV and a bit more kid-friendly. Yes, I do remember that, because I was a huge fan of the Toxic Crusaders, and I remember watching those things on USA up all night, if I remember correctly. I still got the Transformers song stuck in my head. Transformers, more than meets the eye. I'm going to look up the lyrics. I'm already wanting to sing, y'all. Something evil's watching over you, coming from the sky above, and there's nothing you can do. Oh, prepare to strike, there'll be no place to run when you're caught within the grip of the evil Unicron. Transformers, more than meets the eye. Transformers, robots in disguise. Transformers, Autobots wage their war to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons. All right, I butchered that enough. We're going to move on. My weekend's been interesting, Jay. A little of this, a little of that, a little of that. So there you go. It's been an okay weekend. Could have been better, but for the most part, it's good. It's spent time with people I love. Had a great Valentine's Day. Had a great Friday night. Had mostly a great Saturday night. A little bit of drama at the bar. Nothing major happened, but kind of ended the night quickly, unfortunately. What flavor vape goes best with tequila? Something limey? Makes sense to me. Of course, I'm talking about the show Robbie Says Big Herm Collectibles, future award-winning live show. Pop, pop, boom, everybody. That's right. I love it. Love it. Chill Out Man says, drinks? I'll be right back. I'll have worse kind of hangover last night. Too much sugar and Kool-Aid. What? Hey, what's up, Clayton Station? Good to see you, homie. Love ya. Taki is in the house. Pop, 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 pop. Boom, 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 boom. Motherfuckers, come on. Am I a Zimmer fan? What do you mean, like Hans Zimmer? If that's the question, yes, 100%. You do not mention that name of Michael fucking Bay when we're talking about Transformers. Because when we talk about Transformers here on this channel, we're talking about the real goddamn Transformers, motherfucker. We're talking about 1986, bitch. Come on, let's do it. To destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons. Something evil's watching over you. What the fuck is wrong with me? The Big Easy Dick Studio. We're going to start something. Everybody's going to start calling Easy Dick. So that's what we're going to do. That's a reference to, I believe it's Snoop Dogg, you know, the DJ Easy Dick. I also think that's a Warren G bit, too. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. Hell yeah. Robbie, you probably don't remember. You asked, have we saw Pet? I did not like Pet, but the 70s version was quite interesting, so thanks, you still rock. Oh, the Pet movie with the, what is his name? Dominic Monaghan or whatever? I really liked that movie. I thought it was good. Boat, what is up? Station. Yep, Rhonda Shear. Up all night, baby. You got the touch. Do, do, do. It's battle, not fight. Thank you. Big Herm says, damn it, Robbie, now I want to watch Transformers, the movie 86. You should always want to watch that movie, Herm. Come on. The name changes. Man, I tried going to a concert last night only to find out my friend was banned for life from the venue. Damn. That's when you go, sorry, bruh. Because I ain't banned. Needless to say, we left disappointed. Come into a Robbie musical bit. Life is good, says Twitch. Hell yeah. No, I don't have a problem with Michael Bay. I really like The Rock. I really like Armageddon. Michael Bay doing Transformers, though, get that the fuck away from me. I don't give a shit at all. Don't care. Don't care. It's done. What's up, Bob? How you doing? Clayton says, talking about last night, I believe, just say there was a Shrek action figure that was put in the microwave on defrost who got a little too mouthy. Oh, shit. That's fucking funny. I know, Lion killed it, Spillio. Ain't no way I can do it justice. Something evil is watching over you. That's going to be great to wake up to tomorrow morning. Either that or it's going to be like, ugh. So it may be a case of that. Transformers, more than meets the eye. Transformers, robots in disguise. Damn, I am singing already. You want to see me sing some more and see me do a shot of tequila? That's a $25 super chat. Fuck it. So what are we talking about? What do you want to talk about, y'all? I tell you, here's something I want to talk about. This was a comment I got on yesterday's weekly pop culture wrap-up. Now, I don't respond to comments. I just don't really do that much anymore. I used to back in the day, but I don't anymore, right? And I'm sorry, but Rockin Robbie Live is the place where we can interact together, right? And, you know, I read the comments, and comments are good, and sometimes they boost my ego, which is always, you know, nice for me. And sometimes, you know, I get shitty comments, and it's okay. I usually don't give a shit, because the moment you stop getting shitty comments is the moment that nobody new is coming to your channel, right? So I love it when people come into the channel and go, I don't like this, and they feel the need to vocalize that. That's awesome. That's fine. It's fine. Sometimes I get irritated by a fucking shitty comment. I got irritated by a comment yesterday in my weekly comic book or weekly pop culture wrap-up. The comment said, let me fucking look it up. I'm a goddamn quote this motherfucking shit exactly. Is what we're gonna do here. All right. Transformers has been heavy on my brain lately, man. Having some fun with Transformers. Transformers. Here it is. This is a comment from the weekly pop culture wrap-up. For those that are not familiar, the weekly pop culture wrap-up is the show where I go over the week's pop culture news, mostly comic books and movies. So what it usually is me giving you the comic book news, books and titles that are announced, movie trailers, shit like that. Here's the comment. Goddamn, Robbie. Shilling this Marvel shit for content. No one is excited to read any of that expensive garbage. All right, let's break this down. Let's break this down. Number one, they're talking about Blood Hunt. There were a lot of Blood Hunt miniseries that were announced this week, and I covered them on yesterday's weekly pop culture wrap-up. As far as my personal opinion on the book, I can't accurately give that until I read the damn books. So I don't know if any of these books are going to be good or bad. Historically speaking, most contemporary Marvel events aren't very good. I don't really have too much enthusiasm about a Marvel event. This one does have the vampire element. It's got a Blade-centric element. It's written by Jed McKay. I'm a little bit more on the positive side of like my anticipation of this book. That being said, I'm shilling for fucking Marvel. I'm shilling for Marvel. I am shilling for Marvel. Get the fuck out of here. Please explain to me that you do not know who I am or what this channel is in one sentence or less, please, because that's what the fuck just happened there. I'm shilling for Marvel. Motherfucker, it is literally a show where I'm just announcing the fucking solicitations for people. The news, the weekly news related to comics and movies and shit. It's literally just me saying, hey, this is coming out. How is that shilling for Marvel? Because if I'm shilling for Marvel, they owe me a lot of goddamn money. Or I owe them some fucking money. Because anybody who's familiar with this channel knows that for the last few years, Marvel has been one of the weakest publishers, in my opinion. Shilling for fucking Marvel? Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck? But anyway, I appreciate you watching, and I appreciate the comment. So anyway. That one just... I'm a shill? Like, when people call me a shill for Dynamite, or I used to get called a shill for Vault a lot, right? And then I get called a shill for Dynamite or whatever, which is blows my fucking mind, because just watch my weekly comic book review. I didn't give Vampirella 666 a positive review. Like, what the fuck ever. Shilling involves, like, getting paid to do something, to promote something, and, like, you know, like, nah, Marvel doesn't pay me shit, man. My opinions on I don't know if Marvel would pay me for my opinions on their books. Shilling for fucking Marvel. Yo, what the fuck ever. I'm literally just giving you the fucking solicitations. Do with it what you will. Kirk, what is up? Great to catch a live stream again. Hell yeah, it's good to see you here. Let's see. You got the touch. Boom, boom, boom. You got the power. Fuck yeah. Good shit. Blah, 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 blah. No, that was a comment I had on a fucking video too. Blah, 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 blah. What the fuck does that mean? You call me blah, blah, blah? I love it. No, that one didn't bother me. The shilling for Marvel. What? You think I'm shilling? You think they paid me to tell you about their Blood Hunt fucking miniseries? Like, get the fuck out of here. I literally, get the fuck out of here. You're ridiculous. That's stupid. Haters gonna hate. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. That's fine. It's just that shit. Motherfucker, I'm a shill? Get the fuck out of here. God damn it. I'm the most authentic, fucking honest comic book reviewer y'all have ever fucking seen. Trust me. I don't give a shit, man. I'll talk shit about a Rom V book. And then behind the scenes on a conversation, ask them about it and find out, oh, so that's why it wasn't good. Bob says, I'm a big Daniel Warren Johnson fan. Me too. So excited. Love what he's doing. William says, so Marvel and DC are releasing omnibus books. Any chance they can, 1, do new team-up books, and 2, try to animate some team-up stories? Number 1 seems more plausible than number 2 for sure. I'm surprised, actually, that Marvel and DC got their heads out of their asses to try to make some money to put out those fucking collections. Here's the thing, though. They need to also put out fucking paperback collections, because I know a lot of people are into omnibuses and all that stuff, and I have some omnibuses that I enjoy, and that's nice. It's convenient to have something in one big binding. But omnibuses are cumbersome as hell, and they kind of price a lot of people out. Like, let's get some of those trade paperbacks in, like the ones I talked about, the ones I showed off on my weekly pop culture wrap-up, the ones I showed off yesterday in the PCP Army and on Instagram for Throw Your Sets Up Saturday. Like, give us some paperbacks so that everybody can get in on the excitement. Either that or just dig through your dollar bins. You'll find a lot of that shit. Chill Out Man says, I drunk some Kool-Aid that had way too much sugar. Haven't been right since. You must have drank some Alabama Kool-Aid then, brother, because that's how we do it here. Eddie says, it's not like you told all of us to rush out and pull them. No, I didn't. I just simply said, Blood Hunt's got some tie-ins. Here they are. I'm most excited about the Midnight Suns one because of the artist and the writer. That event is supposed to span almost 50 issues. Yeah, but trust me. And even in the goddamn video, I said, well, I'll read them and let you know. Bob says, I am sort of over events. That's completely understandable. Events are wasted now. They're kind of rather meaningless today. Burn me once, shame on you. Burn me twice, shame on me. Burn me 3 times. No, that can't be. That was off the dome, believe it or not. OUG is in the house. Carrie, what is up? In order to be a shill, you must be paid by that company. Last I checked, Robbie still has to pay to go to Disney World. Never been to Disney World. Why? Because I got to pay for it. If they want me to review Disney World in a very real and authentic way, pay for me to go there and I'll do it. Twitch says, haven't picked up my comics yet due to being sick last week. Well, I hope you're feeling better, brother. I've seen a lot of panels from the fall of the House of X book, and I am shocked at how horribly Marvel is treating the end of the Krakoan era, because they don't care. They don't care. They know that they have a Krakoan audience that will always be there, and that audience started dwindling, so now they're just wrapping it up, and, I'm not super plugged in, so I can't really, fully comment on it, I guess, but it feels like it's a half-assed fucking ending. And yeah, it doesn't have the power or the oomph factor that, say, House of X Powers 10 did. So I'm out again. I'm not going to read The Rise of the Powers of 10 #2 comes out this week. I'm not going to read it. Just not going to read it. People all the time, here's for instance, here's some questions, comments I get all the time. Why don't you review any X-Men books? Because I don't like them. Why don't you review Star Wars books? Because I don't like them. I don't enjoy them. If I don't enjoy a book, I don't want to keep fucking bashing it. Unless it's Tom King or Amazing Spider-Man. Because I punch up, motherfuckers. So there you go. Those who forget the past are condemned to repeat it. Absolutely. True words. Verno says, always kind of seemed like a Marvel shield to me, bro. Now, that was you, brother. That was Cerebros. Y'all were the Marvel shields. All right, let's see. Hey, Hamburger Basket is here. Hamburger. I would like to buy a hamburger. Hamburger. I always do that. You're a shill for your shop. Yeah, man. But you need something? Jokos, what is up? Station. Boat says, I've got a question. How do you guys feel about overbuying? As a new fan, I'm just deciding to start collecting some covers without an interest for the content, more specifically babe-centric covers. What you mean there, Boat? You talking about some saucy, spicy covers? Let me tell you something. There are many different reasons and ways to collect comics, right? Now, I consider myself above all else a reader. I love reading comics. That's why really the focus of this channel is on the content, on the story, on the characters, on the meanings, on the themes. Whether it's our movie nights, whether it's the reviews. That's what we like to focus on. When we have our creator interviews, I like to dive deep into that kind of shit, right? But I buy shit just for the cover. I got the new issue of Blue Book, just the David Mack variant, because I thought that was a beautiful piece of art. There is nothing wrong with collecting art. Now, other people speculate, and that's fine, and that's cool and everything. That's awesome. Here's another secret. I also collect sexy, saucy, sensual covers. So ain't nothing wrong with that. As far as overbuying, the biggest tip I'll give you is have a budget, stick with it. As long as you're within your budget, as long as you're not missing rent, as long as you're not getting your lights cut off and shit like that, as long as you are able to handle your business as an adult, set a budget and enjoy the hobby. And if that means thirsty ass covers, fucking buy them all up. I've been buying every fucking issue of Lady Death for 3 years now. I haven't read a single fucking one of them. I plan on one day reading them, but I haven't read them. I may never read them, but I've been buying them because they some sexy ass covers. So there you go. You do you. Ain't nobody gonna hate. And if they do, they can get the fuck on out. Bob says, I loved Bloodrick. Anyone else? I loved Bloodrick. Absolutely. Andrew Cranky. Got to reach out to him. Get him on the channel when the next project of his comes out, because I adored Bloodrick. 100%. Thought it was amazing. Ambagal Basket says, Robbie, any thoughts on the X-Men relaunch? I'm excited for a new era to start. I have heard some stuff about what the new era is going to entail, and what I've heard does not excite me. I don't think that they've learned their lessons, and I feel like it's not going to be very good. However, I haven't read anything. No official announcements have been made. It's all hearsay. It's all stuff I'm just hearing behind the scenes. So my judgment is withheld, but I'm always excited for a new... I'm not always excited for a new jumping on point. But I am for the X-Men, because I think it's needed. The X-Men have shed a lot of readers over the last 5 years. So let's get that back, please. Easy Dick says, Robbie's going to start a law blog. Shilling for that too now? Hell yeah, everybody. 1-800-555 blah 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 blah. Rockin Robbie. Julian, what is up? Robbie Station. Football may be over, but comics keep giving. Hell yeah, they do. Robbie's going to start, yeah, okay. Frank and Frog, have you seen Looney Tunes back in action? Brother, not only have I seen Looney Tunes back in action, I fucking love that movie. Directed by Joe Dante. Fucking Daffy Duck steals the Batmobile. I fucking love Looney Tunes back in action. Boat says, like Poison Ivy or Catwoman, what are your thoughts and where is the line of being too degenerate? Degenerate? Let me tell you something. I got Hatchet covers that are the uncensored nudie covers. I've got like all kinds of random shit from like American mythology. It's got like tits and shit on the cover, right? You asking the wrong dude. Degenerate? No. I say the more subversive, the more degenerate it is, the better it is for me. I fucking own Faust. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I own Cherry Pop-Tart. I've been collecting those up. I got Weird Smut magazine. I just bought Penthouse Comics, volume 1 or issue 1 of the new volume. Like, you asking the wrong person. I'll tell you this. No. What's everybody has their own line. Everybody has their own balance, right? Mine is this. I don't give a fuck. If Dynamite put out a Vampirella cover that was nude, I would straight up be like, buying it. I would be buying the shit out of it. Trust me. Nah. We're sex positive here, y'all. Whatever floats your boat, get your goat throat. Those weren't words at the end there, but y'all understood what I was saying. Big Herm says, shilling for Marvel? What, do they think you're Big Herm? Come on. Spilio says, Bloodrick was freaking awesome. I'm right there with Bob. It's your dough, Boat. If you get the pleasure from it, go for it. Eddie says, you would never talk bad about a creator-owned Rom V book. Historically, I haven't, because they've always been enjoyable to me. Like, I really like Rom V's work, and it's one of the reasons why I have him on the channel all the time. Hey, Pokin' Joe! Comic Review, what is up? My name is blah blah. Okay, Mr. Blah blah. No, it's just blah blah. Are you excited for Mad Cave's Dick Tracy? Yes, but you know who's probably more excited than me for Dick Tracy by Mad Cave? Greg, bearded comic bro, 100%. That dude's probably nutting himself right now just thinking about it. Right now, he's touching himself, sitting there alone. His wife's like banging on the door. It's like, come on, dinner's ready. He's like, just a few more minutes. I'm practicing my guitar. Somebody let him know I said that. Kelvin, what is up? Did you know that Transformers song was in Boogie Night? Also, who's your favorite X-Men artist, Jim Lee or Pepe Larraz? Plus, do you listen to comics by Perch? All right, that's a few questions. I did not know that the Transformers song was in Boogie Nights. I've only seen Boogie Nights one time, and I didn't really like it that much, so I've never really gone back and revisited it. But that's interesting to know. Who's your favorite X-Men artist, Jim Lee or Pepe Larraz? Neither. Do I have to pick between those two? If I have to pick between those two, I would go with Jim Lee, but that's just more my era. I do think Pepe Larraz is amazing, but if I had to pick a favorite X-Men artist of all time, that's tough. My favorite X-Men artist of all time, I'll just give you a list. In no particular order, but maybe from one down. Dave Cockrum, John Byrne, Mark Silvestri, Jim Lee, Joe Madureira. Those are my top 5 X-Men artists. Dave Cockrum, John Byrne, Jim Lee, Mark Silvestri. What's the last one I said? Joe Madureira. That's what I'd say. And the other question, do you listen to comics by Perch? Not as much as I used to, but I do like Perch. I like his work. He has a lot of videos. He's one of my homies' friends, Joe Corallo. I do like Perch. I just actually watched a Perch video the other day because he was interviewing Joe Casey, and I was trying to get into the flow of who Joe Casey is as a personality for the upcoming show we got on Thursday night. So yeah, I do listen to comics by Perch. My favorite thing that he does are the sales figures analysis videos, which I don't think he's done one in a while, but I haven't really seen a lot of his stuff. Right now, my YouTube addiction is the Y Files. Gearing up for Easter, where we're going to have another Teen Dog Shades night. '62 says, on Ron V's interview on Lost in Comics, I asked about Radio Apocalypse, and he said no more issues, Vault wasn't paying. I know a lot more about the behind-the-scenes stuff involved in that, and so all I can say is, yeah. Yep. Same thing with a picture of everything else, and it's sad. It's tragic. It's tragic to see the fall of Vault. Vault still has some good stuff out there, but not like they were. Yes, Hamburger Basket. That is totally Eric Larson. Slobbery ass Venom. '62 says, so that means the picture of everything else won't finish either? That's okay, I'll tell you this. I don't usually break kayfabe about shit like this, so I straight up, last time I talked to Dan, I asked him, I was like, just curious, like, what do you think about what's going on with picture of everything else? He goes, I'm done. I wrote all the scripts. So that's on their end now. If you want to talk to me privately about this stuff, we can talk a little bit more, but I don't want to say too much on air. OUG, talking about the shilling stuff, says, in fact, you told us to hold on, and you will tell us what is needed and what is not needed. 100%. That's my job. That's what I do. Jeff, Cantonese Comic Kid, I picked up Penthouse Comics #1, but I have not read it yet. Have not had the time yet, unfortunately. But it is on my stack out there, and I want to read it. I did look at that. Spread in the back. I tell you what, I like that. Jeff also says, me too, a nude Vampirella? Hell yeah. Hey, Fable's in the house. Yeah, Fable ain't got no shame. He's got some of those Zombie Tramp books. Not even I got some Zombie Tramp. You got a nude Lady Death cover signed by Adam Hughes? That's fucking dope, William. OUG says, man, case in point recently, those Somna covers from Distillery. Hey, that's hot. Hell yeah, that's a hot-ass book. I'm sitting there in my shop. I was like, why do I feel like I can't put Penthouse Comics on the shelf, but I got Somna up there just fucking getting the whole goddamn rack wet. You don't review the X books unless you shill for Marvel. Damn, Twitch says Dave at Comic Book Herald is even to the point of checking out after this past week. Damn, this dude's whole channel's based on the Krakoan era. That's rough. Jay says, you might have answered it the other night during your Insta Live, but who is your book geared towards? Like one of those, if you're a fan of this, you'll like this book. Yeah, we did answer it a little bit. If you're a fan of things like Conan, if you're a fan of early Image, if you're a fan of Jack Kirby, in particular New Gods, if you're a fan of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, this book is for you. Our big influences are Kirby, early Image, Rob Liefeld, and He-Man. And New Gods, in particular for Kirby. By the way, if anybody wants a shill, OUG is available, she says. 7711, what is up? How you doing? You're the legend. Any thoughts on the Image new series, The One Hand and the Six Fingers connecting series? I think they're fucking awesome. They're going to be two of the best books of the year. Six Fingers is out this week. The One Hand came out a couple weeks ago. I loved it. Made pick of the week. Six Fingers is probably going to make the pick of the week this week. It all depends. I don't know if anything's going to stack up to that one. So there won't be an Energon Universe book as the pick of the week probably, because Six Fingers I liked better than Cobra Commander, though Cobra Commander's fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. I've read both of those already. I love the Energon Universe so much. It gets me so excited for comics. Yeah, Kelvin, you do need to read the Mini Deaths of Layla Starr. That's a fantastic book. OUG says, oh, I am excited about Dick Tracy. That's going to be fun. Bob Fisher says, favorite X-Men artist was Arthur Adams. Yeah, I got to meet Art Adams. Right? And I showed it off in the MegaCon chat that we did last week. But I got my X-Men annual where Storm picks up Mjolnir. And then literally just the other day, I was like, fuck. Fantastic Four 348. That's what I should have brought for him to sign. God damn. So I didn't. Eddie says, Frank Quitely for X-Men for me. I love Frank Quitely on X-Men. I just wish he was able to do most of that run. Our Ariaga says, Will Spertasio. Sledhead, what is up? William says, what happened to Neil Adams, Steranko, Art Adams, Paul Smith, and John Romita Jr.? No, I'm aware of them. I still stick with Dave Cockrum, John Byrne, Mark Silvestri, Jim Lee, Joe Madureira. Fable says, Portasio's X Factor, Chef's Kiss. What about Larry Stroman on X Factor? That was some good shit. I don't know if they can take the books to another publisher. I don't think they can. I think Vault's, the way the Vault deals work, I don't think they can. They're not truly creator owned, I don't believe. Hey, what's up, Christopher Z? Hi, Robbie. How are you? I'm great. Have you ever considered doing a collection video? A collection of what? What do you want me to show off? My comic collection? I got to clean that up. I'm a little embarrassed about how the comic collection looks. But since the studio's a little bit more in order, yeah, definitely. And once everything gets more compact and tightened and stuff like that, then we'll probably do like a studio tour or some shit like that. Hamburger Basket says, Vault Comics got me back into comic books back then with the plot and the black stars above. Yeah, they don't quite hit like they used to, for sure. Hey, we got Stu in here from Dr. Doom's fan club. Station, Robbie. Station, all you beautiful people. How's everyone tonight? We're doing good, brother. We're doing good. We're doing great. What is the release date for Space Ghost by David Pepose? May. Do you have any advice on how to pursue making your own books as writers? No, not really. I mean, I'm trying it right now. I guess build a YouTube channel up for a few years and try to get a core audience that's dedicated, that wants to check out your book, and then get your good homie who's been a professional in the industry for like 30 years and or 20 plus years and see what happens. No, I have no idea. I'll ask Joe Casey that though this week. But most people say, do it on your own. Try to do it on your own. Dynamite says, your book will be on Kickstarter. Yeah, Kickstarter, some other crowdfunding thing. We haven't 100% fully settled on what we're doing there because that's later on in the year. We still got to actually get the book completely made. So, yeah. Is Void Rivals essential to the Energon universe? Right now, it seems like a no. Right? It seems like it's a little bit separated from the G.I. Joe books, Cobra Commander and Duke, and Transformers. But it's all building up into something, and I would say that Void Rivals is damn good. And when I reread it, I reread those 6 issues not too long ago, and they hit me even more. So I right now would say all 4 of them are not necessarily essential. Like, you can read either, whichever one you like, you can just focus in on that and read that. But they are going to build up to something eventually. Trust me on that. And I would not recommend not getting any of them, to be honest. I think all 4 of those books are fucking top notch right now. Recently got into collecting watches. Do you collect anything outside of comics? I collect movies. I collect Blu-rays, VHSs, Star Trek novels, toys. Yeah, I collect books. I collect comics, of course. But outside of comics, I collect toys, books, movies, and random shit from my childhood. I collect a little bit of Happy Meal toys and other shit like that. Like, for instance, part of my collection of oddball shit is this 1988 cup set from McDonald's. Another thing I really want is all of the... So, like, back in 1992 for the Olympics, the USA Dream Team, the basketball team, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Charles Barkley, John Stockton, you know what I'm talking about. They had, like, a line of those cups for that. I want all of those. So, yeah. But I don't collect watches. Hey, what's up, Bob? Bullseye Bob is in the house. Everything Comics Station. Good to see you, my man. How you doing? How you doing? Jay says, I'm going to get you your book when it's ready, and somehow I'm going to get you to sign it in person. Yeah, Jay, I can't wait to meet you. I'm really looking forward to that. Come to MegaCon next year. Why does Black Panther have trouble with long runs? Because the audience just isn't there for Black Panther. The longest Black Panther run that I know of is the Christopher Priest run, which I think is the best run on Black Panther. I absolutely adore that run, but yeah, Black Panther just historically has not been a big seller. OUG says, I got my first box of Girl Scout cookies for the season. So good. Those adventureful ones, salted caramel. They are perched outside of my grocery store right now. In fact, right now I'm doing this thing where, like, I'm trying to watch what I'm eating more so. Trying to be very intentional about my food and my nutrition for the last few weeks. And I made, like, a line straight into the grocery store. Like, this little girl's, like trying to, like, get my attention, and I'm just fucking ignoring her. Just like, don't fucking talk to me. Don't fucking talk to me. Don't sell me your fucking evil cookies. So that, saying that, I'll probably grab some tomorrow. I'm a big Samoa's fan. And I like tagalongs. And do-si-dos. Do-si-dos are like my jam. But Samoa's are the shit. They're amazing. I like all Girl Scout cookies except for Thin Mints. I don't really dig on Thin Mints. I don't like chocolate mint. I don't like that combination. And I don't like the lemon ones because I don't like lemon pastries, and I don't like citrus pastries, like the orange cakes and shit like that. I don't like that for some reason. Kirk, you're not the only one saying station. We've been saying station all night. Come on, everybody. Let's pause for station identification. Everybody throw out your stations. All right, while y'all are throwing out your stations, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the DC sneak peek here on your one, your only Rockin' Robbie Live.
Yep. Awesome, man. To all our other comic book people that were at the restaurant that didn't walk over here, I don't care.
Yeah, we don't give refunds.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Unless you don't hit it like.
Hey, Robbie.
A little too late for that.
Nice knowing you, buddy.
What's up, brother? Yo, I don't think this is hooked up. Okay.
Oh, I feel good.
Oh, it's too much.
Yeah, just hold on. Hopefully Robbie's breast will pop out.
I'm ready. I'm gonna keep my eyes closed, man. That's what we gonna do.
No, come on, man. Just look to the sky.
Yep. Oh!
Holy shit!
Whoa! Fish and chips, you see the British fucking flag?
That's where we're going?
Yeah!
Yep, there you go, man.
This is fucking awesome.
So you like this one better?
This is fucking awesome.
You did good.
This was amazing.
You might even do it again if somebody pays for it.
I would totally do this again.
If somebody
Super
pays for
chat. 100. This is the most This feels amazing, doesn't it?
This is a little tight on me, but you know what the songs are? It feels pretty good. It's a little tight.
This is fucking awesome!
I feel a little scared.
Yes!
Hey, he did great.
Can we do it again? Holy shit!
He did.
Pop, pop, boom, motherfuckers. This was awesome.
He did much.
That was better than sleeping, man.
He did much better
What
this
the
time.
fuck? Is that better than sex? That was, no. But it was awesome. Yes!
Alright, guys, put your feet out straight for me.
Bruh.
Yep.
Dude, why have you only done that once?
You guys want to go again? It's $20 each. Send you full.
You want to do it for $20 each? No, we're good, we're good. That was fucking awesome.
You did good.
Go ahead.
I'm proud of you.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back here to Pop Culture Philosophers. In particular, welcome back to Rockin Robbie Live. I am your host, Rockin Robbie. We've already had a great show tonight talking about comics, movies, pop culture, and a whole lot more. We got more in store, including the DC sneak peek, Marvel in the 90s, and the full reveal of the lineup of March Madness 2024. All that tonight here still on Rockin Robbie Live. Support us over at patreon.com/PCP, like these fine PCP patrons right there. You can follow Pop Culture Philosophers on Facebook and on Instagram. If you're on Facebook, join the PCP Army. That's the official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group. Also, you can follow me on Twitter, X, at the Rockin Robbie. Check us out, popculturephilosophers.com, for podcasts, merch, and more. All those links in the description down below. Thank you all so much. But what we need is you to like, share, subscribe, be a part of this conversation. Super chats are available if you want to help support the channel. I've got a bottle of tequila next to me, $20. I know I said 25, but we got a super chat for 5, so $20, and I'll drink a shot of tequila and maybe even sing a little bit of a jam. Boree. All right, we've had a great show already, but it's still continuing. Tomorrow night, though, join us for PCP Movie Night as we talk about Guy Ritchie's Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. That's at 8 p.m. Central Time. And then Thursday night at 9 p.m. Central Time, a show over 20 years in the making. I will be having a conversation with comic writer Joe Casey. Also, PCP mystery boxes are now available. They are $35. That includes shipping. They will include comics, trading cards, toys, original art, and other fun surprises from your boy, Rockin Robbie Billups. And that's right, Amortex is on the way. This is the comic that I've been secretly working on with my buddy Kevin Stokes. This is your first glimpse, Amortex. All right, and I see that we got a super chat from Sledhead with a mega station. So everybody, throw out some mega stations for Sledhead, because he's the one that gave you this Joker video. Y'all ready for this? Oh, yeah. Let me tell you about this little man I know. His name is Hellboy. He was sent to the earth some long time ago to save it or destroy. Brought to this earth by Rasputin, son of a demon and a nun who had a sex with a demon, who was raised by Professor Broom, and now he fights evil and monsters. Shit! Now he fights with a man who's a fish named Abe. And now he fights with a fire starter named Wills and an ectoplasmic mess named Johan. BBRD. All right, and we are back. Anyway, Sledhead, thank you so much for the super chat. $20 super chat unlocks a shot of Jose Cuervo Silver. And maybe some rambling. You know, shilling for Marvel over here and shit. So, anybody that accuses me of shilling for Marvel has never watched any of my videos. But that's good. That means people are still finding this channel. We are starting to hit the road to 20,000 subscribers, y'all. And we're going to do a huge giveaway when that happens. So everybody, sub up. Let your friends know this is the place to be. 100%. There's a void in our comic book community. That void has been there for years, decades even, since the downfall of Wizard magazine. We are actively trying to fill that role here at Pop Culture Philosophers. Here's a question for you. I always answer questions y'all give me. It's time for me to ask a question for you. What additional content would you like to see on Pop Culture Philosophers? We already do the weekly movie review with PCP Movie Night, where we revisit a classic or a cultish movie. We already got the weekly comic book review, where I review as many comics as I can. We already got the weekly comic book or pop culture wrap-up, where we go over the week's pop culture news, mostly comics and movies. We already got those. We got creator interviews, and we got more on the way. We got Joe Casey this week. The following week, we'll have Tony Fleece back on the channel to talk about Feral. So, y'all, what else would you like to see from Pop Culture Philosophers as far as content goes that we don't already deliver? Let's take a look at the chat. Something evil's watching over you. Jokos26 says Batman 144 covers Putri and Raza are so hot. I actually haven't seen those. I have to check them out. Dynamite says some of the chillest intermission music. Hell yeah. Hamburger Basket says Spawn 350 this week, I think. Yes, Spawn 350 is out this week. I already know who takes the throne of hell. Hamburger says, anyone reading Spawn books? Sledhead says Gunslinger and Scorched. I'm reading them all, Hamburger Basket. I am enjoying Gunslinger the most, then King Spawn, then The Scorched. I see people reacting to the slingshot video. Yeah, it was better than sleeping. Pumped me up, gave me so much energy. I was so deathly scared when that fucking shit first started. Comics and karaoke, of course. Don't we do that here, though? Don't we do that here on PCP? I mean, on Rockin Robbie Live? Don't we do that? And everybody knows, if you throw out a super chat, you can request a song, and if it's in my ability, I'll deliver it. OUG says, Robbie, you already do so much. Do what you want to do, but make sure you don't go crazy, dude. Yeah, that's 100% true. Don't want to go crazy. But, you know, I'm just curious. I feel like there's one thing that might be missing from this channel that we could bring to it that would really pop it off. Tony Fleece's Local Man is one of my favorites. Yeah, we just had Tony on the channel not too long ago, like a few months ago, like in October, I believe. And it was when his Army of Darkness book was about to pop off. And very excited. In fact, he sent over the first 3 issues of Ferals today, and I'm excited to dig into them. He's got another one coming out too, and I can't remember the name of it right now. Trade Paper Dad is in the house. What is up, y'all? That was weird. I didn't know what that was. Toy and figure reviews in your collection. Well, Boat, I don't really want to do too many toy reviews because my buddies Jelani and Brooks kind of got that covered for us. I am occasionally on their channel, Go Figure Reviews. Somebody please throw out a link to Go Figure Reviews. But I'm on some of those. Live watches like Mummy Mondays. I knew you were going to bring that one up, Fable. Hey, let me tell you something, Fable. There's a reason that TV's in here right now. So I need some technical help, right? My computer's here. My TV's there. I'm going to put a Blu-ray player down there, and I'll be able to sit there in my new awesome studio provided by the PCP Army. I'll be able to sit here, have the camera focused on me, watch the movie, have a live chat during the movie. I need to figure out how to be able to have my headphones so that I can hear me through my computer, but also hear the audio from the fucking TV, and I have the TV audio on so that it doesn't bleed over into the movie commentary. So I got to figure that one out. I don't think, TVs used to come with headphone jacks. This one doesn't. Yeah, so I got to figure that out. But I do plan on doing that again. Fable. That's why the TV's in here. Easy Dick Eric says, I'm going to keep the beating the drum for Comics Revisited. Here's something. So one of the things that we've gotten, a piece of equipment that was graciously donated to us by one of the best people on this planet, Damien, Sleepy Reader 666. We got this cool mount that holds a camera going straight down so that we can kind of cartoonist kayfabe it a little bit and flip open the book and chat about it, in person, like a top-down look at a book. So I think Comics Revisited may start taking some forms like that, but that's definitely something I'm working on. PCP Army Talk, where you talk with fans. You already do so much, not sure what else there is. There's something else, y'all. There's something else. Maybe it's the top-down looks. And that's one of the things that my passion's been building towards. And I've been hesitant to do it because I don't want people thinking I'm ripping off cartoonist kayfabe. And I've had many people in my personal life be like, but this is what you want to do. You want to crack open a comic and go page by page and talk about it. You want to talk about the story. You want to talk about the characters. You want to talk about the artwork. Sometimes you want to do it solo. Sometimes you want to do it with a homie. And they were like, Cartoonist Kayfabe's not the first and the only channel that does that. So you're not going to be ripping them off because you would be bringing something different to that conversation. Y'all let me know what you think, because that's something I really, really fucking want to do. But having PCP Army on, Spilio, you want to come on for a chat? Jay, you want to come on for a chat? Let's fucking do it. Let's set it up. One thing I want to do again is have more conversations with the community. There's some people I want to get on this channel that I haven't had on. Immortal Biggie Shaq, I want to get him on the channel. S. Vaughn, I don't remember the numbers. I want to get him on. There's still plenty of people in this community that I can have on. Still haven't had Tom and Ryan on the channel. for instance. Oh, Taki, I'd love to have Cody on. Nicholas would be cool too, but I'd love to have Cody on. I'd love to talk to him about his miles run, and he's got Deadpool coming up, and so yeah, I'm open to anything. Here's secret. I don't seek out people to be on the channel anymore, right? We kind of took a break from a lot of creator interviews, but I don't seek it out anymore. So whenever we have a creator on, it's because they reached out. And I was able to fit it in the schedule. So Joe Casey's been trying to get on since last year, and I've just been kind of an asshole and not really reaching back out. So that's why we went ahead and set it up. And Joe Corallo will be joining us for that conversation as well. I got to have major thanks for Joe for being the go-between for me and Joe. It's going to be weird doing a show with two Joes, though. It's going to be the Joe Show. Trade Paper Dad says, I cannot think of anything missing. You cover so much material. Yeah, but I mean, there could be more. I mean, maybe like trade paperback reviews, going through classic runs, stuff like that, right? Right? OUG says, I recently added a music review that I will probably repeat. Maybe new music reviews for PCP. The big problem with that, OUG, is I don't listen to new music, so... I'd be way lost about that. What about series author recommendations? Yeah, that's a good one. Spilio was talking to me earlier about bringing back some of the top 5, top 10 lists. Taki says, I would love to see you gush over Zoe Thorogood, Rockin Robbie. If Zoe wants to be on the channel, I'll have her adorable ass on any day. 100%. First thing I'd be like is, who's this cat fucker and lonely at the center of the earth, and how can I go kick his ass to prove my manhood for you? I'm just kidding. Are we getting that man Batman? How about Marvel in the 60s with the Marvel Heroes, Spider-Man, and the FF to pick? We've done a Marvel in the 60s one time before. We did Amazing Fantasy 15, reviewing the entire issue, not just the Spider-Man bit. We are having a Marvel in the 90s tonight, but not a Batman Batman. I did not have time this week to fit that in. In order to get people like Cody and Zoe in, though, I'd have to start reaching out again. Hey, we got Billy Power Max in the house. What is up, dude? Fable says, save some time for Friday nights. Yeah, I know. That's usually when I'm hanging with my family, my homies, watching movies and shit. But Friday nights is also the home of the second best pop culture-related show on YouTube, Blame Fable and His Amazing Friends. Hey, Lost in Comics in the house. Chris Station. How you doing? Roku, you can link Bluetooth. Okay. All right, I guess I got to put a Roku on the PCP Upgrade Studio list. Because everything got bought off that list that was available in stock. So right now, it's just got some batteries on it. Because we always need fucking batteries around here. Cooking? No. We're not going to do a cooking show. That'd be fun, though. Bob from Everything Comics says, Wizard had creator spotlights, character exposés, and comics history pieces. If you could get someone else to take over something like that and somehow publish it on the channel, that would be dope. Why someone else, Bob? Why someone else? There is no one else. It's me. I got a lot of help. I got a big community. I got lots of help. I got a lot of people around me, but for the most part, it's all me. I mean, I have help with thumbnails. I have help with certain things, but pretty much it's all me. So who else is going to do that? I wouldn't trust anybody. I'd be like, all right, Jelani, you can do this Jim Lee spotlight. Then I'd be like, I'd watch it and be like, this isn't comprehensive enough, brother. Why are we not talking about his Punisher run? Why are you just talking about X-Men? Why are we not talking about Divine Right up in this motherfucker? Yeah, I like them live watch-alongs, Fable. I do plan on bringing those back. They may be like a Patreon exclusive, though. I'm not sure. The name changer says, Comic Book Girl 19 does that live watch with me on Twitch. Okay, rock on. Frankenfrog says, maybe have a spot where you can interview and check out other people's collections. Not bad. Use Bluetooth headphones for the TV plus regular setup. This TV's so old right here, though, I don't think it has Bluetooth capabilities. I have to check. It might, actually. Boat says top down would be cool. Easy Dick Eric says, hell yes. I'm going to make that stick, Eric. You're Easy Dick now, okay? And we got to say it like Easy Dick. Howie Long is Venom, still waiting for that? What the fuck? A karaoke live stream. Isn't that what we do here, Ariaga? Fable says, I say do what you want. Anything you do will be uniquely you. Taki says, Robbie, you already have your style. Marvel in the 90s, but kayfabe doesn't own the overhead. Comic Tropes did it years before, and the prob was inspired, and was probably inspired by someone else. Cantonese Comic Kid's down to come on. Hell yeah, brother. Let's get you on. Peace out, Manny. Have a good one, brother. Yeah, not only are they both Joes, they're both JCs. So I'm going to be like, Joe, Casey, let me ask you. Oh, Fable, we never have done a one-on-one. Brother. Send me a message on IG right now so I don't forget this by the end of the stream, like 2 hours from now. Yeah, Fable, let's bring you the fuck on. 100%. We've never done a one-on-one. We need more conversations about passion. Absolutely easy, Dick. You love the spirits. Do a wine, beer, drink pairings with comics? That'd be interesting. Oh, the Marvel cartoons from the 60s. Oh, that could be fucking fun. Fantastic Four is great. Spider-Man's great. Bring back coffee and comics. Trade Paper Dad, I would never take that show from Bueller. That show was still with Bueller. He still has plans maybe one day to bring it back. However, me and Perry have talked about cannabis in comics. Oh, yeah, I've never done a solo show with Nick, have I? Yeah. Fuck. You know, back in the day, we were doing like a conversation, I should say, every week. We would have a comic creator one week. The next week would be somebody in the community. So maybe something like that might be apropos. The problem is, of course, scheduling. I do a lot, y'all. I recognize that, and it's easy for me to have a couple beers, hopefully a shot of tequila. I'll tell you what, next super chat of any level gets a shot of tequila. So it's easy for me when I've had a couple drinks to be on the channel and be like, oh, what can we do? I got time. I can do all this. Those of you who know my personal life probably know that, no, not really. And you're probably about to have less time. But I'm fucking game. I'm gung-ho, man. The moment I stop moving is the moment I die. I cannot fucking do that. Like, come on. Do a tour of the deep. Oh, the comic shop? That'd be fucking fun. That's actually a good idea. That's a great idea. Bueller mentioned that to me like 2 years ago. I think what Bob is saying is maybe farm some of the writing or planning or prep to the others. What writing? There's no writing on this channel. It's all off the dome. There's not a single lick of fucking writing on this channel. Excuse me. Cough button. What writing? Prep, though? That would be awesome. I've actually recently started reaching out to Manny to help me out with some thumbnails because I suck at them and Manny's really good at them. In fact, Manny made this one, and this isn't even the final thumbnail, but hell yeah. Yeah. That's why I like the top-down comic shit. I could do that anytime on my own, whenever I feel inspired. That's what I want to start doing. Like, I just read all of Grendel Book 1, the Omnibus, the Hunter Rose stuff. I just read it all. I want to go top-down on that, flip through it, and just tell y'all my thoughts on this book and why y'all should read it, you know? Could have listeners send in art. That's a great idea. That's a wizard idea, 100%. Hell yeah. Two Gun Pedro says, I would like to see you interview people from the horror community like Adam Green or Linnea Quigley. Me too. Me too. And I got Linnea Quigley's fucking card right over there still. Yeah, I should. What do I mean by one-on-one? Like just me and one person. Just one and me person. When's the trade for Transformers coming out? Let's find out. Transformers. More than meets the eye. Transformers. I know Void Rivals comes out this week. Transformers. I don't know about the Transformers one, though. Not finding it either. Let's see. May. It looks like May is when the trade paperback comes out. Chris says, I have a new idea for a show. Hear me out. PCP casting couch. Jay says, I still think you should do commentary on your first live. Yeah, that's a good idea too. All right, we got a super chat from Chocos26. We got another super chat from Boat. So, thank you much, Chocos. I guess we got to get, and Boat, I guess we got to get this shot lined up. I'm not really in a shot mood tonight. Transform. The smell just hit me. I had a lot of tequila last night, y'all. All right. Don't throw up on air. That was rough. Fuck. Cue the music. Fuck. Let me tell you about this little man I know. His name is Hellboy. He was sent to the earth some long time ago to save it or destroy. Brought to this earth by Rasputin, son of a demon and a nun who had a sex with the demon, but was raised by Professor Broom. Now he fights evil and monsters. Shit. Now he fights with a man who's a fish named Abe. Now he fights with a fire starter named Liz and an ectoplasmic mess named Johann. BPRG. Yeah. Y'all, that was the roughest shot I've ever taken on a live stream. Like, I'm cool as a cucumber. I've just been, this is my first beer. And I took that shot and like, seriously, the smell and the taste, I was just like, I drank a lot of tequila last night. We went out karaokeing after the match. It was fun. for a time. Yeah, that was smooth. God damn. Ugh. But I didn't harf on air. And I knew it. I knew it was fucking coming. I was like, this is a bad idea, Robbie. This is a bad idea. It's a bad idea. Here's how bad of an idea it is. Now I want another fucking shot. That's the bad idea. I'll tell you that. Maybe a half a shot. I'll drink some water. I'll go get some water on the next break, everybody. Ugh, that was rough. All right. And Choco's 26 with another super chat. So both super chat says, I'm experimenting with custom binds, any accessible series runs between 10 to 25 issues that I can find. 10 to 25. 10 to 25. All right. Wait. Strange Academy is a good recent one, maybe. So that's a good idea. Recent runs. Fucking Transformers. Anything from the Energon universe right now, for sure. Why am I blanking right now? Custom binding. What does that 3 mean on your super chat? I don't know what that means. Oh, I can like these things now? Look at that. There's a whole new thing where I can like them. Hell yeah. Consider them liked. Y'all help me out. Boat wants some 10 to 25 issue runs. Now, here's the thing. Like, I know things that are more than that. For instance, Grant Morrison's JLA run. Easy to put together. Great to bind. That would be great. Planetary by Warren Ellis. That's 26 issues. That's really, maybe 27, but it's really solid. Well worth doing that. Some Tom King runs that are perfect for that would be like Omega Men, Mr. Miracle, The Vision, Strange Adventures. So... Yeah, I'll start with those ones. Grant Morrison's JLA would be 2 volumes probably, but then also Planetary by Warren Ellis. Also, The Authority by Warren Ellis. And then even the Mark Miller stuff. So yeah, there you go. Ugh. Man, that shot. All right, that's no more shots tonight. Maybe a half of one. Cobra Law and Cobra Commander #1 was unexpected but great. Yes, I agree. Duke has been great. Fable says, Void Rivals trade. Blame Robbie. Add to cart. Yep, it's out this week. That was a rough shot. Yeah, Rom V Swamp Thing. Firepower's 30. That's great. Planetary's 27. Thank you so much, 62. Have a good night, Eddie. Middle West, that's a great one. This guy's just a shill for Tom King. If Steph was here, I would say Midnight Nation is 12 issues. Midnight Nation is fucking great. How many shots so far, Rob? 1. Just 1. Y'all know what I'm talking about, though? Like when you have a night out and you drink too much of something. Maybe not too much, but you just overindulge on something. And then like the next day, just the fucking taste or smell or flavor of it just fucks you up. Yeah. Pit. That'd be a good one, bruh. How about Youngblood? House on the Lake. Yep. Long Halloween. Dark Victory. Hush. You've never read Tom King's Mr. Miracle. Definitely worth reading. I think that's a fantastic book. Ugh. God, that shot. Yeah. I love how the front of the Void Rivals trade says volume more than meets the eye. Warren Ellis's Fall is 9 issues. Jay Nunya says Nottingham. Sledhead says Peter David's volumes of Captain Marvel. I love Peter David's run on Captain Marvel. I would love to have a complete collection of that in trade paperback. Where are you at, Marvel? Come on. We need a more robust trade paperback collection or selection from Marvel. They need to keep stuff in print, too. All right. Speaking of Tom King, it's time for your very own... Where the hell is it? Damn, it's all the way down there. All right. Guess what? DC's got comics this week, believe it or not, and I've read them, and now we're going to be talking about it with your very own... Yeah, be shitting me. I never set that up. Okay, give me a moment, guys. Let's set this up. Very professional today, Robbie. What else did you not set up correctly? All right, we're going to try this again. Believe it or not, DC's got books out this week. I've read them, and I'm going to let you know what I thought on your very own... DC Sneak Peek. One shot of tequila and the show's off the rails. All right, moving through Wonder Woman number 6. Wonder Woman number 6. Tom King's fucking Wonder Woman. So I did not like this book. Then I really liked a couple issues. Then I thought, I still think the book is a little bit overindulgent. But I did really like this issue. So in the last issue, we had the formation of basically the Wonder Woman Revenge Squad. And in this one, they make their move. I really like this issue. Structurally speaking, it was really solid. There are some bits and some moments that don't quite line up that just felt a little weird. But for the most part, this was a really, really solid book. I liked it. The artwork was great. And it's Wonder Woman's abilities, powers, that's the same thing, basically. And who she is as a character getting spotlighted here. Tom King's Wonder Woman is really ironing out for me. Then we got John Constantine, Hellblazer, Dead in America, issue number 2. Cy Spurrier, Aaron Campbell. Love it. This is a continuation of the Vertigo Hellblazer, the John Constantine stuff from Vertigo. I really liked Cy Spurrier's previous run. This is a great continuation for it. I do not like it when Constantine is in the DC universe because they kind of nerf him a little bit. They kind of downplay him a little bit. They kind of soften him a little bit. This is that hard edge type stuff. Loved this. In this issue, John is trying to reinvigorate the Swamp Thing, and he does so by finding an old friend and going through some shit with her. And it was such a great issue. I really did enjoy that. Then we got Green Lantern War Journal, issue number 6. Philip Kennedy Johnson's doing a great job with the character of John Stewart, putting him in this situation where he's got this like dramatic tie to his mother and family stuff going on. So there's like heartfelt stuff going, but there's also really interesting things being done that dives into Green Lantern lore, that dives into the mythos around John Stewart, and really does a great job of doing something different without just reverting to another color ring. Green Lantern War Journal, issue number 6, another solid issue from Philip Kennedy Johnson. Then we got Titans here. With issue number 8, we are now in a post-Beast world, and I don't want to spoil Beast World in case anybody hasn't read the finale yet, but this is picking up from where we left off with Beast World. This is shifted things for the Titans like crazy, and it starts to be evident in the next issue of Titans. This is a nice, solid issue that's setting up a smaller story, building up into the next one, but dealing with the consequences from Beast World. I thought that was really great. Then we got Nightwing here with issue number 111. Now, we just got the announcement that Tom Taylor, Bruno Redondo are bringing their Nightwing run to a close, and this is pretty much the arc before the final arc. So we don't have Redondo on the artwork. We have Sam Basri, and it's all right. It's decent. It gets the job done, but it's not 100% dynamic or sophisticated in its composition like we get from Bruno Redondo, but this was a really great issue. It seems like the Heartless Killer has now moved from Bloodhaven into Gotham. Batman's involved, teaming up with Nightwing. Lots of nice reflections on the past, on who Nightwing is, and a nice parallel with the victim of another crime, possibly perpetrated by Heartless. A great issue right there. Superman, issue number 11. I love what Josh Williamson's been doing in the pages of Superman. He's referencing a lot of stuff from the Joe Kelly, Jeff Loeb, Joe Casey era, which I really appreciate it, including in this issue and the previous issues, referencing a lot of stuff from the Brainiac Y2K story, which I'm a huge fan of. So Josh Williamson is really kind of like playing with my nostalgia a little bit here, and I'm eating it up. I love it. The only problem with this issue is the art was just a little lackluster, but the story itself and the setup for what's to come was great. Then we got Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong, issue number 5. This book is way better than it has any right to be. 100%. This book has got a little bit of heartfelt drama to it. It's got some great action, and it is the Justice League versus Godzilla. And Kong's in there. Kong so far has been kind of very much a minor player in this book, but this is what I'm going to say. This book is not the greatest book ever. It won't change your life. Before a Godzilla, King Kong, Justice League crossover, it does exactly what it needs to do. Then we got Batman 144, continuing the Joker Year 1 story. We are now 3 issues in. And I don't know if I'm not digging this one. I just don't really kind of vibe with, I don't know. There's some interesting concepts about why the Joker, or how the Joker becomes the Joker in his first year. Like, I like certain elements of it, but then it just kind of feels disjointed, doesn't really work. In fact, I've seen a lot of hate for Chip Zdarsky's Batman run. I don't see that. I do overall enjoy his run, but it does feel like it's better when Jorge Jimenez is doing the artwork. 100%. Kaminkali and Sorrentino are great. I mean, Andrea Sorrentino alone, his pages are amazing in this issue. And there's some cool concepts and some cool ideas, but overall, the execution's just feeling a little bit flat to me. Just falling a little bit flat. And then my favorite DC book I read this week, Batman Superman World's Finest, issue number 24, bringing a concluding chapter to this whole Gog Magog Kingdom Come prequel type thing. What a fucking awesome issue. Dan Mora's artwork soars, Tamara Bonvillain's colors paint the picture perfectly well, and Mark Waid's writing is top notch. If you're a fan of Kingdom Come, you got to read this book. If you're a fan of Superman, you got to read this book. If you're a fan of Batman, you got to read this book. If you're a fan of awesome mainstream superhero comics, you got to read this book. This is one of them for sure. And we got some Darkseid action. And just seeing Darkseid drawn by Dan Mora is an absolute revelation. 100%. So to recap, Wonder Woman number 6. I'm liking it more and more. Hellblazer, Dead in America number 2. Really dig this Vertigo-inspired Hellblazer book. Green Lantern War Journal, Philip Kennedy Johnson is killing it. Titans number 8 continues with dealing with ramifications from Beast World, and I liked it. Nightwing, setting up some stuff ready for the final chapter from Tom Taylor and Bruno Redondo. I like that. Superman number 11's got some weak art, but it's got some really solid story points. Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong is way better than it has any right to be. Batman 144, Joker Year 1 falling a little bit flat for me, but Batman Superman World's Finest kicking some major ass. And that has been your official DC sneak peek. All right, let's take a look at the chat. Drop the books on the floor. Everybody sing some more. Let's see. Yeah, you're doing your own producing, Tanya Diggs. Yep, I told you, it's just me. One shot and domino down. Yep, that seems like that's what's happening. What are some old Malibu comics that I liked? Mortal Kombat. I believe that was a Malibu book. Can't think of anything else that I really liked. Bizarro Fett says, man, I've been digging on the Wonder Woman. Sledhead says, great art on Wonder Woman. Sergeant Raider says, need a Tom King Captain America. That one might be a little bit overwrought for me, but we'll see. Just be Captain America doing fucking speeches again like everybody wants to do. Hey, we got Damien in the house. What's up, Sleepy Reader 666? Yes, Heartless is finally back again. I wouldn't quite say so. Comic Culture says, yeah, Carrie, and it only took 20 plus issues. Yeah, I still haven't seen that Godzilla movie, Jay. I need to check it out. Stu says, World's Finest stays killing. Choco's 26 says, Batman 144, the future part, only the art is good. Damn. Nick from Comic Culture says, yeah, Joker Year 1 has not been great. They should have given it its own one-shot or something. Feels forced and it deserves better. Nick says, can't wait for Dead in America #2. Just finished Spurrier's 12 issues of Hellblazer and loved it. Hell yeah. We'll have a great conversation next week then. Do you think Gail Simone is going to fuck up the X-Men? No. Will Marvel editorial fuck up the X-Men? Probably. Really like the new Conan book. Me too, Billy. I like it. Billy says, on issue 5 of Adams GL, like it but predictable. Most mainstream superhero comics are pretty predictable. But still can be fun. Even with the predictability of certain superhero comics, they can still be fun. Yeah, Savage Sword, I'm really looking forward to that. The new run, so the new one is Conan the Barbarian, but Savage Sword of Conan is coming back next. All right, we're about to take a quick break, but when we come back, Marvel in the 90s and the March Madness reveal here on Pop Culture Philosophers.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Recording.
We're recording.
Hey, gang. Welcome to... Hey everybody, welcome back to Rockin Robbie Live here on Pop Culture Philosophers. I am your host, Rockin Robbie Bills. This is the show where we gather and talk about comics, movies, pop culture, and a whole lot more. We've already had a great show tonight. We did the DC sneak peek. We've just been bullshitting, talking about comics, movies, all kinds of random cool stuff involving the channel. I took a shot of tequila that almost made me throw up. That was awesome. I kind of feel like taking another half shot. Let's fucking do it. Because I see a lot of people thinking that I went to go puke, but I didn't. So I'm going to take a half a shot. We'll see what happens. Why? Because I'm never fucking satisfied. I'm just going to take a half a shot. I'm looking at that thing like I did the slingshot ride. Ugh. Okay. Should I even do it? Should I do it? I probably should. I probably should do it. Oh, that was fine. All right, that one was better. Much better. Much better. All right. I did drink some water. We're all good. Don't tell me what to do, Chocos. I got like an hour of the show left, and then I can drink as much water as I want. Anyway. You should follow us on Facebook and on Instagram. And, of course, if you're on Facebook, join the PCP Army, the official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group. You can also follow me on Twitter at @TheRockinRobbie. You can check out PopCulturePhilosophers.com for old podcasts and even more, including merch. All the links in the description down below. And you can support the channel over at Patreon.com/PCP, like these fine PCP patrons that are listed right there. And pretty soon on Patreon, there's going to be some exclusive stuff, probably involving those live movie watch-alongs just once I get that thing. Chase it fast. All right. Please chug a bottle of water right now. Y'all have seen me drink so much on this stream. I take 1.5 shots of tequila. Everybody's like begging me to like, do I seem weird or off or something? I know I'm a little bit shiny, but it's not sweat. It's just oil. Fuck, I am shiny today. I think with my new lights right there, I think I'm going to have to start wearing makeup during live streams. Keep these highlights down. All right, I'll go get some water. Nick says, make sure to buy and flip or read Ultimate X-Men here soon. I want to get to that. But first, what's coming up here on the channel? We got Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels tomorrow night for PCP Movie Night. That's at 8 p.m. Central Time. I'll be having a conversation with Joe Casey. I've been a fan of his for over 20 years. Very excited. Thursday night, 9 p.m. Central Time. Me and Joe Casey and Joe Corallo having a conversation. Mystery boxes are now available, only 10 available for this week, $35. That includes shipping. They will include a curated selection of comics by me, as well as other surprises, including original sketches from me, trading cards, maybe some toys, all that kind of stuff. And a Mortex has been officially announced. That is the secret project that I've been working on with my buddy artist Kevin Stokes. A Mortex coming soon. Pay attention, stay tuned to find out what's going on. We now pause for station identification. All right, I'm back, and I went and I got a glass of water for Mary and Choco. So here you go. Let me chug some water. This is what's going to make me throw up, just so y'all know. Damn, that water's cold. Oh, that water's fucking cold. Ugh. All right, water drink. All right, there you go. Nick says, Robbie, you okay? Fable wanted me to check on you. Yeah, I'm good. Sledhead says, you seem good to me. Yeah, so, yeah, good. Mortex looks extreme. Yes, very extreme. Let me tell you something. So we had a question on our Instagram live that we did on Thursday night after the fact. The question was, why a Mortex? I guess, why is it called a Mortex? Simple. Immortal, extreme. Boom, a Mortex. That's the whole idea. I mean, is it water or just a larger glass of vodka? I don't fuck with vodka, brother. Vodka would, yeah, a huge glass of tequila. Y'all saw me drink that first shot. There's no way that was a huge glass of tequila. No fucking way. The immortal who texts. I like that. I like that, Damien. we may have to have a scene where a Mortex is trying to text somebody named Damien. But yeah, let me let y'all look at that a little bit long. So that's our title character. There is a Mortex, everybody. We're very excited. Kevin and I, we just had a really nice powwow on Thursday where we cemented the breakdowns and story for issue 1, and we developed a lot for issue 2 and 3. This is planned to be 3 oversized issues to make 1 giant graphic novel, and there could be more depending on if it works or if it doesn't. If it doesn't work, then no, there's no more. But if it does work, there's more. Does a Mortex have a big lion? Well, all right. If you look there, you see that there's a lion head. I don't want to explain too much here publicly, but since you asked, Damien, I will totally tell you this. Excuse me. That lion head is kind of like a shield/gauntlet that he uses, but it has other purposes. We don't want to spoil it, but yeah, it's a lion head shield/gauntlet. that can also like fire energy. As you can see, it's filled with ethereal, otherworldly, vibrational energy. And but there's more to that lion than just being a shield or a gauntlet. No, it's not going to be published by Whatnot. It's going to be self-published through crowdfunding. Well, thank you, Hamburger. Yeah, I'll reach out to you, Damien, and tell you more fully what the idea is, because I don't know if you'll like it, but I fucking love it. And it's going to make a great toy. We're thinking, we have no, like, our ambitions have no stop when it comes to a Mortex. Like, we want a movie, we want a toy line, we want an animated series. Fuck it. We want a Mortex to take over the world. So hell yeah. All right, y'all. It's time to go back. How far back in time to the 90s for our favorite segment here on Pop Culture Philosophers. It's time for Marvel in the 90s. All right, we're continuing our look at The Punisher Warzone with issue number 5. This is written by Chuck Dixon with artwork by John Romita Jr. on the pencils, Klaus Janson on the inks. We got Gregory Wright on the coloring, Jim Novak on the lettering. I've really been enjoying going through this series. Let's continue it. All right, last we saw Frank Castle. He had been found out. Frank has embedded himself in a mob family undercover as a guy named Johnny. But he's been found out. And so at the last issue, at the end of it, they took the Punisher, beat the shit out of him, put him in a car with a bomb that was about to go off. Punisher was able to get the car rolling and able to get to where Micro is, but Micro and him had a falling out in issue number 1, and Micro is not there. So who is going to come and save Frank? None other than Shotgun. That's right, Shotgun. We've been building up this idea that Shotgun and Frank are on colliding paths throughout this entire series so far, and now we're introduced to the idea that Frank and Shotgun actually know each other. And when Shotgun saw Frank because Shotgun's been sent to take out this mob that Frank's been embedded in undercover, but he recognizes Frank, he shows up, he saves Frank, they move him away, and then the car blows up. What a great image right there. The use of white is absolutely fantastic there, y'all. 100%. So we get some more of this stuff where Shotgun and Frank, the Punisher, they have a history, they have a past. Shotgun tells him what he's doing, Frank tells him what he's been doing, and then they decide, hey, let's team up, put our efforts together, right? Then you got the mob boss who had to order the death of his own brother because Frank and the informant who embedded Frank into this mob, they've been kind of making this dude think that his brother was the reason for all these deaths and all these crimes, but it was really Frank and this dude. And this dude's like losing his shit. Other people are like, yo, maybe Sal wasn't the fucking problem. He's talking to his daughter. She's like, where's Uncle Sal? He's like, oh, he's on an errand. Meanwhile, Uncle Sal didn't die. See, Frank and the other dude were supposed to kill him, but he actually survives, but he has amnesia, and now he's running around, doesn't know who he is, but knows somehow that he's got to get to a certain place to enact his revenge, right? So he's like killing people, taking over their car, and then he sees the sign on the side of the road and tells himself, you know what? My name is Thorn. So, I mean, that's fine. All right, then Mickey. Mickey is the name of the dude who has been helping the Punisher get into this mob, and he's getting the shit kicked out of him. So Punisher, they try to kill him. Now they're torturing Mickey, trying to get some information from him because they know that they're rats. They know that this dude is the Punisher. And then kaboom, bada boom, in comes a nice double-page spread of Shotgun and Castle straight up coming in to tear some ass. Pay attention to the use of white in this page, and in particular, this entire issue. They take these dudes by surprise. They want to save Mickey because they can still use him, and Frank kind of doesn't want to see him go. Shotgun's like, you know what? Let's fucking take care of all these people. Not sure I like this job, though. It's getting a little too Italian for me. Then we cut to Frank and Shotgun with Mickey. They're running through. Then we cut back down to our new dude, Thorn, Sal's brother, who doesn't remember who he is, but has a very distinct destination in mind. He's got to get there. But Frank and Shotgun are like, we're taking out this fucking Carboni family 100% right now. They bust through the gates. They start tearing asses, explosions, and once again, look at the excellent use of white on the page and blue for nighttime. But look at that. The blue and the white, it pops so much. White is never used to this effect in comics anymore unless you're like Ed Piscor or something like that, right? So Frank and Shotgun tearing ass through the Carboni family. They're trying to get to the boss, take him out. Some really great scenes, some really great coloring there, that light shade of lavender. But look at this page right there. Shotgun in all of his fury, just blowing people away. Shit's blowing up. Man, oh man. They get this dude to talk. Yo, where's your boss at? Yo, he's going overseas because there's this European family they're trying to combine with. Some stuff going on there. We already know about this. And Punisher, he ain't got no goddamn mercy right now. He just wants to take that dude out. Then we cut to Sal's brother being Thorn. He's not Sal anymore. He's Thorn. He's on a bloodthirsty revenge against anybody. Even though he doesn't really remember who he is, he's down. All right, then we cut to Europe. And in Europe, we got the mob boss, we got his daughter, and the head of the Italian family that they're trying to combine forces with. They're talking about what they want to do, all the dangers, all the stuff going on in the States, but how they're going to build something better. But then we cut to up plane, and there we got Shotgun, Frank, and Mickey on the way to confront the leader of the Carboni family. And also, we got Sal, Uncle Sal, Thorn, coming right up in here. What a great book. I am loving Punisher Warzone. This is so much fun. It was great seeing Punisher kind of going undercover, kind of facing the mob, being a part of that, getting too into it, having sex with the mob boss's daughter, trying to entrench himself further, but at the same time, getting in over his head, almost dying, and it's Shotgun who saves him. It's somebody from his past. Now they got to team up, go overseas to like little Italy or something, or to Italy, and just tear ass. And that's what's going to happen in issue number 6, which is the final part of this story. And when we get to issue 6 next week, we'll be moving on to some other stuff, some one-shot stuff for Marvel in the 90s. But I definitely want to keep coming back to Punisher Warzone. The number one reason why is that artwork. That artwork from John Romita Jr. and Klaus Janson and Gregory Wright is absolutely amazing. I've already been gushing about the use of white. I really want to highlight this, y'all. Nobody uses white like they did back in the day. Gregory Wright was amazing at it. It makes those flames, it makes that explosion feel very white hot. You can almost feel the heat. It almost blinds you when you're reading it on the page, even through the newsprint. There's great use of texture. Klaus Janson might be my single favorite inker of all time. I like his pencils. They're fine, but when he inks someone, especially like Frank Miller or John Romita Jr., it just adds this level of dense, grit, charcoal-y texture that I absolutely love. And it is, to me, he's the best inker for John Romita Jr. Look at the pages of Amazing Spider-Man right now, and you're not getting this John Romita Jr., getting something too polished, too clean. We don't want polished. We don't want clean when it comes to John Romita Jr. He soars when it's gritty. He soars when it's dirty. He soars when it's explosive and big and bold and action-packed. And that's what I love about the artwork here. Once again, look at that use of white leaping off of the page. Not as much screen tone used in this issue as the previous ones, but that's another thing that Klaus Janson is a master of. Holy cow, This book has been good. I'm going to give this issue in particular a very solid 4.369. It was a quick issue, but it got to the point, gave us all the bits that we need. Love the coloring so freaking much. Look how they can show Frank Castle at night without having the page be too dark to actually see. Look at the boldness of those colors in using lavender and the blues for the nighttime, but then going super bright white and yellow on the next page. This is not something that typically gets done in mainstream comics today. Everything kind of has this too ultra realistic kind of coloring to it. We need more sense of graphic design, graphic extravagance, one can say, with the coloring. And then look at that. Is this the first time red's been used? But it really accentuates that sunset or that sun in the back. Absolutely fantastic stuff. There is the issue that I read. We got a Honey, I Blew Up the Kids ad in the back. These colors print so well on this paper. It holds up so much. The digital version is fine, but it really soars here on the newsprint. Back in the day, people like Gregory Wright, they knew how to color for the paper they were working on. Well, I can't fault colorists too much for not knowing nowadays, because you never know what the paper quality is going to be like on a book. Back then, though, paper quality was very consistent. And there are issues where we have printing errors and stuff like this, but when it's printed cleanly on newsprint like this, 30-something years later, that shit holds up, and it holds up well. This is a great issue. I love the chunky lines and the chunky figures from John Romita Jr., especially the way that Klaus Janson is inking them. I mean, I feel like for 5 episodes now, we've just been doing this. Like, I'm telling you, pay attention to the colors, the use of white, the use of the cool colors, the refraining of using the warmer colors unless it's absolutely necessary. Very little red used in the pages of Punisher Warzone, but when it is used, it's used to maximum effect. This is a great series. This is solid stuff. Look at that face right there. Look at that underlighting on those characters. The 2 big fish. How they know to come here. The sharks. Really great stuff. The story's pretty solid too. I really like it. It's interesting. It's enjoyable. So there you go. That is Punisher Warzone. All in all, 4.369. Enjoying this book. Looking forward to the concluding chapter next week here on your very own Marvel in the 90s. All right, that's your Marvel in the 90s. What a great book, going through Punisher Warzone. When we're done with Punisher Warzone next week, we're going to be doing the next 2 Marvel in the 90s will be Marvel in the 80s, I guess will be next, because then it would be, we're doing Marvel Comics Presents issue number 1. And then we're going back to Marvel in the 90s to do Transformers Generation 2 number 1. So those are upcoming. So next week, Punisher Warzone number 6. The next Rockin Robbie Live after that, Marvel Comics Presents number 1. And all the stories, not just the Wolverine one, but all the stories. And then after that, we're going to be talking about Transformers Generation 2 number 1. So that's going to be fucking fun. Let's take a look at the chat. Sledhead says, it's our favorite because we were kids. This is what's crazy to me. Punisher had his own book, Punisher. Then he had Punisher Warzone. We had Jim Lee on that shit, right? The third, whenever there's a book, whenever there's a popular character, right? And think about this. There's a point in the 90s where Punisher was so popular, he had like 3 to 4 ongoing books. Or he had like 3 ongoing books and like a series of one-shots and miniseries, right? So we have that. But usually it's the third book of a popular character is always usually the one that's like downgraded, right? You got Batman and Detective Comics, but usually the third Batman book's not as good, right? That's not the case with Punisher. Punisher Warzone is fucking awesome. And the number one reason why I love it is Klaus Janson, John Romita Jr., Gregory Wright, Jim Novak even. It's the art on that team. The art just leaps. I fucking love it. I love John Romita Jr. artwork, right? I don't like his work on Amazing Spider-Man right now, and I just explained why. There's something missing. When Romita's inked too clean, or when the colorist is trying to mold the figures of John Romita Jr., which are already blocky and chunky, that doesn't work. But when you got a team like this, like their Thor run, Klaus Janson and John Romita Jr. had an amazing run on Thor that was powerful and big and explosive. John Romita Jr. can do it, but he's got to have the right support. And right now, Amazing Spider-Man, the inking, and I don't think it's Scott Hanna's fault. I've seen Scott Hanna ink John Romita Jr. fine, just fine. Now, my favorite inkers for John Romita Jr. are definitely Klaus Janson, second to that, like Al Williamson, and even Dan Green. But Scott Hanna's capable, and I've seen work that he's inked, like his Spider-Man run back in the day. I don't know if the initial Spider-Man run, John Romita Jr.'s had 3-4 fucking runs on Spider-Man. But the one during the J. Michael Straczynski era, I'm pretty sure that was Scott Hanna. That was fine inking. But you got to have the inking work with the artwork. You got to have the coloring. But unfortunately, I can't even blame Scott Hanna, because it's just the way inking, the little bit of inking we get in comics nowadays, they're not after the same effect. And it doesn't work. It doesn't work as well. We sincerely need inkers back, y'all. We sincerely fucking need inkers back. I am always here for somebody to draw and ink themselves. Daniel Warren Johnson does it. He's awesome. I am here for that. But one of the things that would help comics be a little bit more on time and have these artists be able to have continuous runs would be if they had somebody else finish and ink their fucking works. I had a chat with Jonathan Glapian and Greg Capullo about this exact fact. Both of them agreed with me, 100%. Greg Capullo was able to put out the output that he could, especially on Batman, because he had an inker. It's a thing. It's a thing. Inking is one of the most important parts of comics, and it is a lost fucking art. Fable says, great panels here. Sledhead says, why can't JR still draw like this? Well, he does. It's the inking and the coloring that are the difference. Jay right there. Sometimes it's the inker and there's the colors that makes it look better than they can draw. Well, it's not... All right, so right now what we're talking about your preference and style. John Romita Jr. draws square, blocky, squatty, big, wide, chunky kind of figures, right? That may not be your style. Same thing with Rob Liefeld. That may not be your style. Doesn't mean that they're a bad artist. Doesn't mean... John Romita Jr. is one of the best comic book artists ever, because this dude knows how to tell a fucking story. He knows how to deliver as much information as he needs to with that pencil to allow his inker to really finish it and embellish it and make it pop. John Romita Jr. is classic comic book storytelling, and I get it. But when we're talking about John Romita Jr. sucks, I don't like the square faces. That's your preference on style, right? Now, all opinions on art is subjective. But objectively, I do feel confident in saying that John Romita Jr. is fucking, even today, miles above many people working at Marvel and DC as far as art goes. 100%. Unfortunately, the way that the industry has moved away from inking and more towards the shaping and molding and depth providing computer coloring, the more we're getting out of it. He's old school, but that's the thing. He still draws that way. He's just not reproduced that way anymore. Does that make sense? Sleepy Reader says, that art looks great. John Romita Jr. and the right inker is a good thing. Jay says, and they be getting old too. Yeah, John Romita Jr. is in his 60s, maybe 70s at this point. 60s for sure. Great guy. Still had a lot of energy. Billy says, Punisher Suicide Run is also good. The arc runs between the Punisher Warzone and War Journal. Jay says, Enemy of the State, Wolverine was the last time I liked JR art. Billy says, the colors are awesome. Authentic, real Frank Castle, written by someone who loves and respects the character. I'll tell you this, Billy. I had a conversation with Jason Aaron in person at MegaCon. And you know I'm a fan of his Punisher run. That dude loves the Punisher. And here's the thing, Billy. Even if you don't like the new Punisher run that he did, right? Not talking about the new stuff by David Pepose. That's a whole other thing. It's a different character. But even if you don't like that last Frank run, Jason Aaron's Punisher Max is your jam. Tell me you don't like that, and I'll call you a fucking liar. Digital work. You want to know something crazy? That image right there. Kevin did that digitally. That's a digital piece of artwork, but it's got energy. It's got style. It's got substance. And yeah, we're leaning heavily into our artistic inspiration for this book, which is Jack Kirby and Rob fucking Liefeld. Look, we didn't even draw no feet on that. I say we. Kevin's the artist, not me. Billy says, my artist is inking his own work. Kevin inks his own self too, and it's digital. It can be done. It can be done. Twitch says, playing Marvel Snap with my daughter. I see someone with a Galactus avatar. I asked my daughter if she knows who he is. She said, he eats planets. I said, yep, the devourer of worlds. Good. He can eat all the broccoli. That's fucking funny. It's also awesome that your daughter fucking knows that Galactus is the devourer of worlds. Our dude Galactus, one of the best characters of all time right there. You see the Galactus and Kirby inspiration and the girdle of a Mortex right there? That's totally Galactus's fucking belt and codpiece or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Verno from Blood Splatter Chatter says, sad as fuck, love old school inks. Hell yeah, I agree. Sleepy Reader agrees. Oh, thank you. When you agree with me, Damien, I know I'm on the right track. Me and Spillio were having a conversation this afternoon. We were talking about you, and we were talking about how awesome it was to meet you and spend time with you. And he said, man, I feel like I know a lot about comics, but Damien blows me under the water. And I was like, you know what? I love talking to Damien about comics because I don't have to explain nothing. Like if I drop a name or if I drop a reference to style, or if I talk about inking or coloring or newsprint, you're on board with me. I feel like we could talk comics for fucking hours. Why don't we get a one-on-one conversation, Damien? Me and you, some point in the future. No rush because, schedules are busy. But me and you, Damien, one-on-one here on the channel. Who would like to see that? Throw out a station. Throw out a yes. Throw out a pop, pop, boom. Reminder and JR on that Cap Dimension Z run. That was some great John Romita Jr. artwork. That might be the last time I think that he was really good. I don't know who inked him on that one, but that shit was really good. Hell yeah, Damien. Let's do it. No offense to anybody, but I love having comics conversations with people where I don't have to explain something. Where I go, oh, well, Warren Ellis was this guy. Oh, well, John Buscema was this guy. No, Damien knows all that shit. Damien and me are like, I love it. I love it. Yeah, Mary. Twitch is raising her right. Oh, 90s Silver Surfer cartoons? The only problem with the 90s Silver Surfer cartoon is they had to leave out all the Fantastic Four shit. Dynamite says, not looking forward to Aaron taking over TMNT. Not a fan of his writing. Fair enough. Is Warren Ellis still canceled? I don't know. I don't cancel people. I just like good work. Warren Ellis is a great comic book writer. I will support his work. I like his work. Him as a person, he might be a douchebag. Guess what? He's not the only person in comics who's a douchebag. I'll tell you what. I've met Tom King in person now. I would say Tom King's a little bit of a douche. I still like his work. There you go. Some of his work. So it's Warren Ellis. I don't fucking know. Who cares? I'm done with that shit. Who cares about any of that? left, right, woke, alt-right bullshit. Who gives a fuck? I don't care. Give me good movies. Give me good comics. Give me good story. Give me good conversation. Give me great ideas. I don't want to talk about somebody who was a shitty person at some point. I don't want to talk about this person said this or this person did this. I don't want to talk about this person's political views or this. This person's pushing an agenda. I don't want to talk about any of that shit. What I want to talk about are fucking ideas. That's what I want to talk about. And you know who has good ideas on the comic book page? Warren Ellis. Let's talk about those ideas. Let's not talk about who he is as a person. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? I've met Warren Ellis. Seems like a cool guy to me. But, you know, I don't know. And I'm not discounting anybody's experiences with what they went through. Warren Ellis's shit was like not as egregious as some other people that get away with shit in the comic book fucking industry and have gotten away with shit for the comic book industry for a while. It's not like Warren Ellis was like a Harvey Weinstein of the fucking comic book industry. That was not the fucking case. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that shit. I want to talk about ideas. I want to talk about art. I want to talk about story. I want to talk about concepts and characters. That's what I want to fucking get on. Oh, Planetary's the shit. Next Wave's the shit. The comic industry has suffered not having Warren Ellis be a part of it. I'll tell you that. No, Warren Ellis did Castlevania. And it's not my favorite Warren Ellis stuff. The Hollywood version of Warren Ellis is not my jam. Planetary, though, that's one of my favorite comic books of all time. Yeah, the Wildstorm reboot got jacked up too. I know. It's fucking sucked that happened. It really did. It really did. It sucked because there's going to be a Wildcats book by Warren Ellis, Ramon Villalobos, and Tamara Bonvillain. And we are less because we didn't get that fucking book. So it's some bullshit. I don't give a fuck about any of that stuff. I don't care. And if you align, here's the thing. If you make your whole goddamn platform about being, I'm on the right or I'm on the left or I don't give a fuck. I just do not care at all. At the fuck all. I don't give a shit. Be a good person. Make good art. There you go. Oh, his Moon Knight run. His Karnak run too. Yeah, Stu. Yeah, Warren Ellis is the shit. He's a great writer. Here's the thing, and I know a lot of people hate this. Separate the art from the artist. Here's the thing. Do not come at me and tell me that I can't like Warren Ellis when you like Led Zeppelin. Get the fuck out of here. You heard? Look into Jimmy Page, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, look into any of these fucking people. Yeah, when you hit a certain level of celebrity, especially when we're talking about like people like Jimmy Page, Warren Ellis, as far as popularity goes. Yeah, look at Jimmy Page's fucking life. You're not going to listen to Stairway to Heaven anymore? Then come on. What the fuck ever. We all got our lines, I guess. My line, though, I don't give a shit about any of this bullshit of the moment political discussion. I don't trust the government. I don't trust ideologies. I don't trust fucking... I want to be my own individual fucking person, but I want to be able to be a part of a collective that help each other and not try to tear each other down. That's what I want to be a part of. I want Animal Man back. Yeah, well, unfortunately, the sales are just never have justified an Animal Man book. At least we'll always have the Grant Morrison and Jeff Lemire runs. Those rock. What's the difference between Planetary and Astro City? I keep getting them confused. Astro City is by Kurt Busiek and Brent Anderson. Right? Yeah. I think that's the artist. Astro City is more of a... they're similar in aspects, but Astro City is more about like a nostalgic representation of our idealistic views of superheroes. And Planetary is more about what if superheroes were real and we're excavating the history through fiction of the 20th century. Planetary's better than Astro City in my opinion, but I think both are fucking great books. Once again, Damien, whenever you agree with something I say, it makes me feel like I'm on the right path. Yo, don't get me wrong. I'm liberal as fuck. I'm so fucking liberal. I'm not libertarian necessarily, because there's some weird, I don't know. I don't even want to fucking identify as anything because I'm just Robbie. You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely more liberal than I am conservative. But at the same time, like, I don't give a shit about any of that shit on either side. It's all bullshit. It's all shit it's all there designed to just fucking get us, like, divisive and against each other. Because once we realize that we as a community can get together and actually have power, then authority fucking shrieks. They shriek and they shrink back and they just fucking can't handle it. They want us to be divided. They want us to be bickering and fighting with each other because it's easier to control and manipulate us. And that's 100% what's going on. They got these issues, right? And all they're there for is to emotionally manipulate people into buying shit and voting for shit. That's all it is. They want to get us emotionally riled up and focused on being against each other so that we don't all look at each other and be like, we're all in the same boat. Who are these fuckers making the goddamn decisions? That's the fucking problem. All right, I'm off of it now. I'm off the podium. I'm off the soapbox. We'll save that for the next Teen Dog Shades night. Yeah, Kurt Busiek did Astro City. Twitch says, the worst person to get canceled was Aziz Ansari. Do get canceled because he begged for sex. Shit, you couldn't cancel. You could cancel most married men by that standard. Yeah, you could. And you know, I'll tell you what, some partners love it when you beg for sex. So it's all good. Stu says, absolutely, and give people the right to reform and right the ship. Exactly. I think Warren Ellis took accountability for what was going on, which was basically having groupies. Like I said, I'm not trying to discount anything that anybody experienced if they were a part of that, but from my observations, it just seems like he got in hot water because he had groupies. Like, don't we all want fucking groupies? Don't we all want fucking people around us telling us that they love us and they think we're amazing? Come on, get the fuck out of here. But I'm rambling. But yeah, Sleepy Reader's right about the Astro City planetary thing. Both are pop culture love letters. 100%. Choco says they want us to be divided. Amen. Yeah, absolutely. They want us to be divided, and the other thing that happens with it, I know I said I was done, but I guess I had that shot and a half of tequila. So the other thing they want us to do is, in dividing us, then, like for instance, I'll throw out a recent example. We here on the channel reviewed a movie that I thought was very fucking profound and important, Do the Right Thing. And in that conversation, we had some shitty comments on the live video. Some people that I had to actually, and I don't do this often because I don't believe in silencing, right? But at the same time, I believe in building community and not trying to tear it down, right? So we had some weird fucking thing. Here's the thing. Just because I say I don't care about all the political fucking bullshit, that's what I mean. I don't care about the bullshit. Racial inequality, systemic racism, police brutality, those are real fucking things. That's a movie that in a very fucking nuanced way is talking about it. It does not paint Sal as the villain. It does not paint Mookie as the hero. It goes, this is what the neighborhood's like. This is what existence like. Let's start a conversation. That's what art needs to do. Right? Right? But because of this divisive world that we live in, there are people that if they feel that they align themselves with one ideology, then they can't open themselves up to a piece of art like Do the Right Thing and understand the message there. And all they can see is the race factor. Or all they can see is that, oh, they're trying to say white people are bad. Or that. No! That's not the fucking point of that movie. You obviously didn't watch the fucking movie. Watch the movie. Watch Do the Right Thing. Watch our conversation we had. We had one of the absolute best fucking conversations we have ever had about real world fucking issues when we were talking about do the right thing. That's when art fucking works. Right? But once again, if you align with a certain political ideology, maybe you don't want to vibe with anything that is empowering women or representing people in the LGBTQIA plus community. Get the fuck out of here. Who cares? Tell me a good fucking story. I don't care about any of that. I want to know what it's like to be a black man in America. I want to, through art, somehow try to understand that experience, because that's not my experience. I want, through art, to understand what it's like to be a woman in certain times or certain in certain situations in America or around the world. I want to know this stuff. That's what art can do for us. That's what a great comic, a great movie, a great book, a great song can do. We can put ourselves in the position of someone else. For a moment, we can put ourselves in someone else's shoes and be like, God damn, that's a different experience. How can I integrate that into my life? How can I learn from that? How can I actually take some things that I feel fired up about and actually try to affect real change? And then ultimately it comes down to this. You affect real change in your life and it spreads outward. And all this political divisiveness and pop culture mumbo jumbo bullshit is getting us away from self-actualizing and self-improving to the point where we put ourselves in other shoes. It's called empathy. God damn it, y'all. Do androids dream of electric sheep? Come on, y'all. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all crazy. I'm ranting. There was no virtue signaling going on in that stream. That was a conversation, Billy. Get the fuck out of here. You're crazy. What's some of your favorite badass women in comics? Mine are Lady Shiva, Cassandra Cain. That's one of mine. Cassandra is fucking awesome. Stephanie Brown, Black Widow, and Supergirl would love some recommendations. For me, I love Zatanna. I think Zatanna is absolutely badass. There's a new collection of the Paul Dini run on Zatanna, so I definitely would say check that out. Let your shop know you want it right now. Zatanna is one of my favorites. Invisible Woman is fucking amazing. I love that character. Read the John Byrne run on Fantastic Four in particular, and then read the Hickman run and read all that stuff. I know it's Fantastic Four, but Sue is one of my favorite fucking female characters. Elektra. Read Elektra Assassin by Frank Miller and Bill Sienkiewicz. That shit's badass. I love badass women in comics. Here's the thing, Taki. I think I get it. I understand Public Enemy's line. Elvis was simple and plain. Fuck him and John Wayne. I agree with that. I can understand that. At the same time, I still like True Grit. At the same time, I still like some Elvis music, especially his Christmas album. Virtue signaling. That might be on you, Billy. All right. Y'all ready for the March Madness lineup reveal? Here we go. March Madness this year is going to be spread across 4 fucking channels. 3 channels doing movie reviews. 1 channel going a little bit beyond that. So this year, we've got Pop Culture Philosophers, Dylan's Horror Show, the founders of March Madness. We're the 2 anchors. We're inviting Inverno's channel, Blood Splatter Chatter, into the fold. And Manny is giving us some great, I would consider them appendices on March Madness. Some really great conversations and video essays that are going to be done coming up from Nerdtastic News. So can somebody please throw out the links to Dylan's Horror Show, Blood Splatter Chatter, and Nerdtastic News? That way everybody can get subbed up and get ready for this amazing fucking lineup for March Madness. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for it? I want to see y'all's chats before we really get into it. Come on. Yes, March Madness, says Two Gun Pedro. Stu says, let's go. Billy, look into Elvis a little bit more. So it's okay, brother. It's okay. Anissa says, let's go. March Madness, y'all. All right, here we go. March Madness is going to be kicking off on Dylan's horror show this year. Thank you so much, Two Gun. Thank you so much, Taki. Boom, 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 boom. I'm not going to lie, y'all. This is the absolute best March Madness lineup we have ever fucking had. Ever. I know, Jeffrey. Memphis Comic Expo announced new dates and it fucked me. Because it's the week after Scarefest. That's going to make it really fucking hard. Really fucking hard. All right. Let's fucking go. March Madness kicks off at Dylan's Horror Show on March 2nd. With a look at The Shining. I cannot think of a better movie to start March Madness with than The Shining. One of my favorite horror films of all time. A lot of people's favorite horror film of all time. There you go. The Shining. That's how we kick off March Madness 2024 over at Dylan's Horror Show. And then that following Monday, we got The Invisible Man here on PCP Movie Night. Come on, y'all. What a great movie about madness to talk about. March Madness, if you're not familiar, is basically our mini horror fest that we do to get us through the rest of the year before actual horror fest. So this is going to be talking about the original Invisible Man starring Claude Rains on PCP Movie Night. After that, we got Possession, the 1981 film starring Sam Neill on Blood Splattered Chatter. So Blood Splattered Chatter is starting with Possession. Keep this in mind. This is also, by the way, a movie I've never seen. So very excited. All right, then on Nerdtastic News, we got the duality of good and evil on film, silent to modern to elevated. You see what I'm saying? We're doing the movie reviews. Manny is doing the appendices. He's doing the job of filling in some of the gaps thematically on what we're discussing throughout March Madness. All right, then on Dylan's Horror Show for week 2, we got Train to Busan. I've never seen this movie. I am supremely excited to finally watch it and join Dylan and the crew to talk about this movie. Then on PCP Movie Night, we're talking about The Host. That's right, y'all. 2 Korean films back to back. I've never seen The Host, but my buddy Blake gifted me the Blu-ray, told me I needed to check it out, told me it was appropriate for March Madness, so we're finally going to be talking about that one. All right, then on Blood Splatter Chatter, we're talking about From Beyond, the Stuart Gordon film. Holy cow, what a great movie. We've already covered this on March Madness on PCP, but now we got Verno and a whole panel of different perspectives on this film, so that's going to be great. Then over at Nerdtastic News, we have Aliens vs. Demons, reviewing The Sacrament by Peter Milligan. So Manny's giving us a comic book review in the midst of March Madness. Then over at Dylan's Horror Shows, kicking off week 3, we got A Blade in the Dark. Never seen this one. Very excited to check it out and chat with the crew about it. This is a Italian-inspired movie, or it's an Italian movie. I don't fucking know. I've never seen it, but I've heard things, and I want to watch it. So on Dylan's Horror Show, week 3 kicking off with A Blade in the Dark. Then we're staying in Italy with Lucio Fulci's The Beyond on PCP Movie Night. What a great movie. It's my favorite Lucio Fulci movie. I am very, very excited to have this be a part of the March Madness lineup. Then over at Blood Splatter Chatter, Jacob's Ladder. Holy shit, y'all. I haven't thought about this movie in a while. I think I am going to be joining Blood Splatter Chatter for that one 100%, because I remember being fucked by this movie when I was a kid, but I'm excited to see what I think about it as an adult. Then over at Nerdtastic News, ranking the entire Exorcist franchise from worst to best. Spoilers. The best one's going to be the original, so there you go. The worst one, though, I don't know. 2 is the worst Exorcist movie, right? 2's pretty bad. All right, then kicking off the final week of March Madness over at Dylan's Horror Show, Creep. Never even heard of this movie. Excited to check that one out. Then on PCP Movie Night, Spiral. This is not the Saw Spiral movie. This is the Adam Green Spiral movie. I am very excited to check this out. Not a lot of people have seen it. I've seen it. I love this movie. And I think everybody on the panel that's going to be there has never seen this movie. So I'm really, really excited for that conversation. Then over at Blood Splatter Chatter, we have The Black Swan. You know, I've never seen this movie either, so I may try to jump in on that show. But The Black Swan, Darren Aronofsky film, right? If I remember correctly. Natalie Portman, Mila Kunis. So yeah, I've never seen it, but we'll see. Does it fit in? I'm sure it does. I guess one of them's crazy, kind of mad, whatever. All right, then we got the big finale. The big finale over at Dylan's Horror Show is Possession. Wait a second. Didn't Blood Splatter Chatter start his March Madness segment with Possession? Yes, but I'm not on that show, and he's already recorded that show. And me and Dylan, we're going to talk about it on March Madness for the grand finale on Dylan's Horror Show, Possession. The movie's so nice, we got to review it twice. So let's recap. Oh, and by the way, the final bit from Manny will be Giant Demonic Splendor, When Superheroes and Demons Collide, a look at Ghost Rider, the Spectre, and We Have Demons. And I got to let him know that he misspelled Spectre on that thumbnail. All right, so to recap, here's your March Madness 2024 lineup. The Shining on Dylan's Horror Show kicks it all off. Leads into The Invisible Man on PCP Movie Night, which leads into Possession on Blood Splatter Chatter, which leads into the duality of good and evil on film, silent to modern to elevated, from Nerdtastic News, which then goes into week 2 with Train to Busan on Dylan's Horror Show, The Host on PCP Movie Night, From Beyond on Blood Splatter Chatter, and Aliens vs. Demons reviewing The Sacrament by Peter Milligan on Nerdtastic News. Week 3 kicks off on Dylan's Horror Show with A Blade in the Dark, continues on PCP Movie Night with The Beyond, into Blood Splatter Chatter with Jacob's Ladder, onto Nerdtastic News with ranking the entire Exorcist franchise from worst to best. Spoilers, the best is the first one. Then we kick off the final week with Creep on Dylan's Horror Show, into Spiral, the Adam Green Spiral film on PCP Movie Night, Black Swan on Blood Splatter Chatter, Possession yet again on Dylan's Horror Show, with me and Dylan putting in our 2 cents. And then we got Giant Demonic Splendor, When Superheroes and Demons Collide, a look at Ghost Rider, the misspelled Spectre, and We Have Demons on Nerdtastic News. Let's run through it again, just so y'all can get your shit ready. All right, what a great lineup for March Madness this year. Let me know in the chat or in the comments if you're watching this on the replay. What are you most excited for? Let me know. All right, I want to get in on this. I want to get on this Elvis thing. All right, so here's the thing, brother. Here's the thing, Billy. I love you. I respect you. I think you're a good dude. I think you're fine. I don't think that you're a hateful person. So what I'm going to do is tell you, I devoured my Criterion Blu-ray of Do the Right Thing, which I think is a brilliant movie with a very important story. Chuck Berry and Spike Lee are all over the special features talking about that moment in particular, that line in that song. Their issue was this. Elvis stole a lot of those copyrighted, trademarked moves from black artists. Stole a lot of his swag from black artists and didn't necessarily, like, let it be known, right? And kind of, like, held it back. John Wayne, just read his Playboy interview. That dude was racist as shit. Elvis, was he racist? I don't fucking know. But I understand the issue there. But at the same time, bruh, it's just a line in a fucking song to make a fucking point. So those are my 2 cents there. Anyway, what are y'all excited for in March Madness? Because I'd rather talk about what excites us. So there you go. All right. What's left on the show? Oh, show and tell. Show and tell's coming up. Yo, what's up, Perry? Anissa says, Black Swan is literally one of my favorites. Hell yeah. I've never seen it, so I'm excited. Yeah, and I haven't seen Train to Busan, but Two Gun Pedro sent me a copy, so it definitely will be on there. Now, as far as me, for Blood Splatter Chatter, I am going to try to make Jacob's Ladder, and I'm going to try to make Black Swan, because I've never seen those movies. I'll be on every PCP movie night for obvious reasons, but I also plan on being on every single episode of Dylan's Horror Show. So, The Shining, I'm ready to talk about that movie yet again. We've already covered it here on the channel. I can talk about The Shining anytime. Blade in the Dark, never seen, excited for that. Possession, never seen that, very excited. Creep, never even heard of it. So I'm excited to join in on all those conversations on Dylan's Horror Show. I'll be there every single week. Stu says, I love the host so much. Yeah, I've never seen it. Kicking off March Madness strong. Hell yeah. Bobby. With the Bubba Hotep reference. Nice. Yeah, Shelley Duvall's awesome in The Shining. Two Gun Pedro says, you know I'm watching everything on March Madness. So excited. Dynamite says, I've never understood Jacob's Ladder. The Name Changer says, Creep is killer. You're going to love Creep. Perry says, Creep is a fantastic low-budget film. Man, now I'm really excited to do that one. That is true, Tacky. He acted like he made it up himself. Twitch says, definitely looking forward to Manny's pieces. Manny is on another level when he does those video essays, y'all. Hell yeah. All right, now it's time for show and tell. How about some dollar bin dives, y'all? You want to talk about some dollar bin dives? So when I show off my dollar bin dives, these are things that I think you should be looking for in dollar bins. Now, this is a series that was never completed, never will be. It's unfortunate, but George Perez did a book called Crimson Plague. He tried to do it in the early 90s, and then during the Gorillas Comics imprint in the Image days, he tried to bring it back. And I don't no longer have these, but I did find an issue number 1 in the dollar bin. And I remember just loving this book. So I picked up a Crimson Plague issue number 1. I do think they only did 2 issues. I don't know. All right, then let's get these in order. Machine Man 2020. This has got artwork by Barry Windsor Smith. Now, I have the original Machine Man series by Barry Windsor Smith, that limited series, and I have the trade paperback, which collects the Steve Ditko, Jack Kirby stuff. But I picked up both issues of this to hopefully read and talk about here on the channel. I've never read them before. This is a blast from my past. How about the America's Best Comics sneak preview from Wizard? When Alan Moore started America's Best Comics, I was on board for all of these books. And they still are some of my favorite Alan Moore comics of all time. Tom Strong, Promethea, Top 10, and Tomorrow Stories, all previewed in that Wizard Special Edition. How about this for ridiculousness, dollar diving? I picked these up because I want to do a video about them because I've never read them. But I picked up the entirety of the Deathmate fucking crossover between Image and Valiant. So I got Deathmate the Prologue, Deathmate Black. These have some nice covers too. Shiny foily. Deathmate Blue. Deathmate Yellow. The one I was really looking forward to. Deathmate Red. With some Rob Liefeld artwork, y'all. Let me find you a page that I think is fucking awesome. Oh, how about this Dutch? Totally a ripoff of his own. He did that same pose with Cable, I believe. But I've been in a Dutch mood since I figured out we were going to have Joe Casey coming on. But look at that fucking shaft face. That's why I like Rob Liefeld. So Deathmate Red, and then the Deathmate Epilogue. Right there. I've never read these. It was a crossover between Image and Valiant back in the day. We'll read it. We'll figure out what we think. All right. The second volume of Ron V's Detective Comics is now available in hardcover. Gotham Nocturne Act 1. I highly encourage everybody to check these out. Pick these up because Ron V's run on Detective Comics is something that is straight up perennial. This is evergreen. This is something we can read and talk about anytime. No ties to continuity, but just a great story that is truly epic, operatic, and tragic and romantic. I showed this off in the weekly comic book review, but Time Squared by Howard Chaykin is finally out and complete. This collects the long out-of-print first parts of Time Squared and the brand new, all-new finale to Time Squared. I've never read any of this, but I do like Howard Chaykin. So I had to pick this up. It came out this week. Let's open it up. Take a look at this. Smells weird. I'm going to read this, and you know what? I'm going to give y'all a top-down look at it after I read it and talk about it. I got to do it before Cartoonist Kayfabe does. But there's also a new conclusion at the back. So I'm very excited for this. Let me read it. Graphically experimental, narratively daring, and visually explosive, Howard Chaykin's Time Squared was a work ahead of its time. Now, to commemorate the project's 35th anniversary with the arrival of its long-awaited conclusion, it still is. In addition to remastered versions of the project's debut and the American Flag Special, and its long out-of-print first two volumes, The Epiphany and The Satisfaction of Black Mariah, the Time Squared Omnibus completes the trilogy with a new 48-page Hallowed Ground, plus many never-before-seen extras from the project. Let's go to a page of extras. In the extras, we got some comics journal stuff, some ads, some promo posters, some thing about the colors, the thing about the lettering. This is the kind of process shit that I love in these hardcovers. All right, Tom Richmond reached out to the channel Tom Richmond was a longtime cartoonist, caricaturist for Mad Magazine. He was pretty much the dude who did all of the movie parodies in the 2000s and 2010s, along with writer Desmond Devlin. Well, now that Mad just does reprints, they put together a book called Claptrap. Claptrap is Mad Magazine-style movie parodies done by Mad writers and Mad artists. This is all done by Desmond and Tom. So they sent me a copy of this. Tom did in particular. And along with sending me this, he sent me this awesome little print of all the James Bond actors in his style. And he even signed it for me. So that's pretty fucking awesome. So we will definitely be opening this up, reviewing it, reading it, maybe doing a top-down thing for that. That's what I want to do. When people send me stuff, let me read it. Let me flip through the pages. And look at the end. There's even a Ferris Bueller thing right there. So this has got parodies and spoofs of Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, The Shawshank Redemption, Psycho, Goodfellas, The Big Lebowski, Toy Story 4, Unforgiven, Blade Runner, The Blues Brothers, The Princess Bride, Citizen Kane, and Die Hard. So hell yeah, Claptrap from Tom Richmond and Desmond Devlin. Picked this up at MegaCon, forgot to show it off on my MegaCon haul report, but I got me a 1977 Mayor McCheese McDonald's glass. I love shit like this. I have a big nostalgic tinge in me to the McDonald's characters. You can see I got all the McDonald's pops back there. Well, you can't see that now. Including my favorite character of all of them. Nope, not the Grimace. Mayor McCheese. So I got a Mayor McCheese glass. That was a tough decision that day. I already showed this one off, but for my Superpowers collection, I got me a Calabac. Still works. Legs are a little loose. This one leg is a little loose. The other one's pretty sturdy. So it's going to be nice to hang out back there with my other Superpowers figures. And y'all, here's the influencer being influenced. After reading the last issue of Transformers, I immediately thought, I need to get me an RC figure. So I got me an RC figure. It came in. I found this on Amazon for $10. So I got me an RC figure because she was badass in Transformers number 5, yo. Such a dope-ass scene. So I finally had something to connect me to RC that made me want to get an action figure. All right, and with the end of Show and Tell, it doesn't end until we bring you your very own Final 5. All right, we're going through my VHSs. Y'all ready for this? Transformers the movie on VHS, y'all. Transformers, more than meets the eye. There it is, the way it was intended to be seen on VHS. Also, True Lies. For the longest time, this wasn't even available on Blu-ray. Now it's finally available, but there it is. True Lies on VHS. How about the anime classic Vampire Hunter D on VHS, y'all? Yeah. How about one of the most underappreciated neo-westerns there ever has been? Way of the Gun. Y'all, if you've never seen this movie, you need to watch it. This movie fucking rocks, and we definitely will be covering it on PCP Movie Night in 2025. All right, and then we got Wayne's World 5. Wait, Wayne's World 5? I wish. Wayne's World number 2. This was a good one. This is the one with Wayne Stock, right? Hell yeah. Anyway, that has been your very own Final 5. All right, y'all. That's the end of the show. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We've had a great conversation. Everybody be cool. Everybody be cool. Everybody be cool. Let's cut the bullshit. And that's the truth. Double Ruth. All right, y'all. PCP movie night tomorrow night. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Thursday night. A conversation with Joe Casey. 9 p.m. Central Time here on Pop Culture Philosophers. Mystery Box is now available. $35. Email us at popculturephilosophers@gmail.com if you are interested. And Immortex by Kevin Stokes and Rockin Robbie Billups coming very, very soon. Y'all, love each other. Be cool. And cut the bullshit. And that's the truth. Ruth, y'all have a good one.
Enjoy the ride, all right?
Yep.
Awesome, man. To all our other comic book people
too
that were
late
at
now.
the restaurant that didn't walk over here,
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, we don't give refunds.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Unless you don't get it tonight.
Hey, Robbie.
A little too late for that.
Nice knowing you, buddy.
What's up, brother? Yo, I don't think this is hooked up. Okay.
Oh, I feel good.
It's too much.
Yeah, just hold on. Hopefully Robbie's breast will pop out.
I'm ready. I'm gonna keep my eyes closed, man. That's what we gonna do.
Come on, man. Just look to the sky.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Whoa! Station! Yeah! This is fucking awesome!
He's doing a lot
Yeah!
better. He's doing much better this time.
This fucking
Look at
rocks, bitches! Come on! There's Gordon Ramsay's fish and chips. You see the British fucking flag?
That's where we're going?
Yeah!
Yep, there you go, man.
This is fucking awesome.
So you like this one better?
This is fucking awesome.
He did good.
This was amazing.
He might even do it again if somebody pays for it.
I would totally do this again.
If somebody
Super
paid for it.
chat 100. This is the most. This feels amazing, doesn't it?
This is a little tight on me, but you know what the sun's out? It feels pretty good. It's a little tight.
This is fucking awesome.
I feel a little scared.
Yes.
Hey, he did great.
Can we do it again? Holy shit.
He did.
Pop, pop, boom, motherfuckers. This was awesome.
He did much.
That was better than sleeping, man.
He did much better
What the
this time.
fuck?
Is that better than sex?
That was, no. But it was awesome. Yes.
Alright, guys, put your feet out straight for me.
Bruh. Dude, why have you only done that once?
You guys want to go again? It's $20 each. Send you full.
You want to do it for $20 each? No, we're good. We're good. That was fucking awesome.
You did good.
Go ahead.
I'm proud of you.
All right, here we are for the post-credits. In the post-credits, we're going to open up an action figure. We're going to open up this Transformers action figure that I got a while ago. It is Wheeljack. I've never opened it up. I've had it for months and months and months. And I've been really appreciating my Transformers collection lately. Based on my Figgy Friday posts on IG and PCP Army, as well as the Daniel Warren Johnson run. So let's open up this Wheeljack, because no Transformers collection is complete without a Wheeljack. All right, let's do this shit. Ah, shit. So much tape on these damn things today. Remember back in the day where you just had to like break open a bubble, like a blister pack? Instructions. All right. There is the Wheeljack figure. Let's free him from this damn thing. Wheeljack was in the new issue of Transformers, and I loved it. Nope, not all yet. Still two more of those damn things. Also, let me just say this. It's a line in a 1989 song, just like Taki said. Plus, this Chuck D's opinion on fucking Elvis. Jesus Christ, y'all. Oh, come on. There's nothing worse than watching 40-something-year-old men fucking struggle to open up a goddamn action figure. Wheeljack was a hero to most, but he never meant shit to me. There it is. Obviously, we're not going to transform it tonight because I don't know how. But there is the Wheeljack action figure, y'all. Pretty dope. Oh, I got a Wheeljack. Fuck Wheeljack and Hot Rod. Come on. Look at that. Cool figure. Now I want to go listen to Public Enemy. Yeah, the Energon universe rocks. Yeah, action figure packaging has gotten way out of fucking hand, Mary. 100%. Use a pocket knife. That's what this is, my multi-tool. This is my multi-tool. I don't have a pocket knife. You know, people used to always be like, a real man carries a knife. I ain't got room in my pockets for that shit. Get the fuck out of here. Doesn't seem like it's too hard to transform him. Cool. All right. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow night for Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels here on PCP Movie Night. We're dipping out. Thanks for watching, y'all. Station. Pop, pop. Boom, motherfuckers.